This was a really sad episode.
Hold on. We're not doing a podcast yet.
Okay, I'll just repeat myself. This was a really sad episode.
This is your first time watching The Silence?
Oh no, Silence I've seen before. I thought we were doing Thursday.
Nope.
See you next Wednesday for.
Look at the very bottom. All right, theme song.
Yes. You have me at a disadvantage, Tozen.
You're traveling through another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. There's a signpost up ahead. Your next stop, dark territory. Bordering in Wonderland, the Twilight Zone review.
Hello! Welcome to LIW The Twilight review, episode 350. This is a milestone for some reason because it ends in 0. This is TZ1959's 225, The Silence Redux. This was not chosen by any sort of bracket on Twitter. This is no gimmick. I just love this episode. Said, hey, 350, let's do it.
I got some good trivia for this episode.
Cool, I'm Phoenix West.
I'm Frank Links.
Take it.
Yeah. It's probably the trivia we talked about last time.
I don't think so.
I do.
What was it?
Francho Tone's face injury.
Fuck! Oh, that's fine.
It is definitely the most interesting bit of trivia.
They still shot in 3 days. God damn it!
That's right.
That's crazy.
It works too.
Yeah, they do a really good job. And it makes the episode more interesting visually because you see Toy's profile.
I started watching these just with commentary instead of watching.
Yeah, as you should. Yeah,
I've already seen the episodes 1,000 times.
And there's like 2 or 3 commentaries on some of the episodes.
Yeah, there's one on this one. Did you watch the commentary at all, Frank, or watch the episode again?
Just the episode.
Okay.
I already know all the trivia though.
Yeah, we talked about that extentively.
Here's some deep trivia for you. Out of the 15 actors that were in the room when he, before and after the bet,
all dead.
No, 7 of them. This was their last acting credit.
Wow,
which is weird.
It's not Jonathan Harris's last credit, obviously.
Well, they made a good point in the discussion on the commentary where it was like they're talking about this was an old boys club, and every member was very old, or even the staff is old. So it was sort of kind of visually explaining this is the end of an era, like these types of men of high regard and esteem were going to the dinosaurs, and it's pretty much at the end of the episode revealed that he has no money and like he's broke and he's not going to give the guy the money for the bet. Spoiler alert. But it's like that was the point of the episode, was to sort of give that visual sense that this is an era gone by that is done, and it's like, probably good riddance because a bunch of old fucking assholes getting together making crazy bets and fucking up people's lives.
It's one of those episodes I want to watch and go into the kitchen or like the staff room and listen to those, because undoubtedly black dudes trash talk these white guys.
Well, was there black guys though in this episode? I didn't notice.
No, but just outside that door, there's 2 guys waiting there, like,
oh, motherfucker! You want your salmon today, motherfucker?
Oh, yeah, there's got to be.
I'll show my ass.
It's okay. So, yes, to what you're alluding to, this is a bygone era now, luckily, and at this time, it was a bygone era, really. Right, country clubs is a bunch of crusty old white dudes that now they just play the stock market instead of whatever the fuck these guys do.
I think he still plays with people. Tobey Maguire still plays with people.
Bitcoin.
Yeah, Bitcoin probably. Well, that's a young man's game. All the Bitcoin billionaires are like 20 to 30. Not too many old people with Bitcoin.
My wife yesterday tried to explain NFTs to me, and I'm like,
"Oh, that's the worst thing in the world. What a fucking scam that is."
I was like, how did
scam?
Some kid bought the rights to Tom Brady's last throw, and I'm like, the NFL owns that. What is the point of owning? I don't understand it.
But he can still sell it in his little macroverse for $400,000 if someone's willing to pay that.
That's why I go. The only upside of this is resale for another useless person.
Well, that's the thing. This has been happening for a long time, though, because like I think Korea, it started over there with like their, because Korea's always ahead of us with online gaming and all this shit. They had like a meta world constructed where they had their own commerce and their own dollar, and it was basically Bitcoin before Bitcoin, and they were already doing that with NFTs. Like you can buy, spaceships and shit in this fictional world for real money. And if you had a nice, built up spaceship, you could sell it for like $5,000 cash. I mean, like it's real money. Like people would buy this shit, and it's people do buy this shit. It's kooky.
It's the same as cryptocurrency. It's really the same principle, same thought, anyway.
Yeah, it's just
but cryptocurrency it's probably a little safer because governments can't touch it. I don't know about NFTs though.
Governments
it's the
can't
same
touch it either.
Yeah, I would assume it's the same.
No.
But either way, stupid.
Non-fungible.
Don't you call me that.
That's what NFT means, non-fungible.
I thought it was non-fuckable trolls.
Non-fuckable, ever non-chuckable.
Stupid.
Hot dog flavored water. So
maybe in 20 years it might matter, but not now.
It's like the idea of something. And that's all it will ever be.
That's all money is an idea.
Yes,
just like margin call.
But with money being backed by the government.
Yeah.
Well, even that's not backed up by anything real.
Yeah, but governments can come and go.
They fall all the time. Yeah, that's the thing.
So that's why you might as well just get Bitcoin. I mean,
well, that's what on margin call when what's his name? Bad guy from Die Hard with Vengeance, Jeremy Irons.
See, because I can go on Google Images and just copy paste this fucking dumb pictures and have it if I want it.
But technically, that's illegal because they own the copyright and you don't.
Well, sure. So is download, and so is taping a TV show. But I mean, nobody's enforcing it, so who cares?
Well, yeah, and technically, you can't even take a picture of a piece of art in a museum. If they allow pictures, you can't take a picture because you don't own it.
Well, yeah, and I can go on Google Maps or Google Images and get every picture.
It's crazy.
Picture of it. That's
a wacky world of technological advancement.
Yeah, but I can't copy a Bitcoin. Is my point.
Question about the NFTs. What's to stop me from going? Oh wait, no, I also own that last Tom Brady throw.
I think you have to have like a COA, certificate of authenticity.
From who?
Exactly.
They just make one up for
it's
whatever
decentralized.
It is. I don't know.
Regulated.
That's the point.
Because you can't own 25 of the same items, I guess, because people actually buy like comics. I know NFTs are comics. Like you can buy the first Spider-Man, and like I think there's like 300 available, and people have already bought them up, and like you could sell them for $2,000 if you really wanted to. It's fucking crazy.
Instead of having a comic, you can have
a picture of one,
a digital rendering of one, which everybody could get no matter what.
I hate this world. I hate it.
I want the white men back in their clubs, making bets on people not talking for a year.
Do you remember, Frank, when you chose Bitcoin on podcast? And I was like, Frank wants to get into Bitcoins. That's why he's making us listen to these.
Well, Perry could have gotten in on that. He would have been hit $100 million right now if he said he would have taken his money, invested in it, and he didn't. So he says, like, yeah, whatever. That's the way it goes. Yeah, I didn't believe in it then. I still don't, but I would have been $100 million richer right now. Fucked up. He done fucked up.
I remember when let's focus on this episode, really. Because it is a great one.
It kind of goes hand in hand with this episode. We're talking about dying concepts.
We're these guys, and the Bitcoin bandits are the next group that comes in to clean up after us. Clear our corpses free of that.
I'm going to cut I'm going to cut my voice box to make a bet work in my NFT world.
I gotta go give Jackson his juice back home.
Okay.
Jackson has a juice box. Dad, he got to squeeze in his mouth.
So while he's gone, I will mention that they do show the staff dude, the old white dude with the.
Yeah.
Okay. So I originally was mistaking him for the guy from Seconds.
Right.
He is not.
Okay.
I mentioned this on several podcasts.
Yes,
and finally
you have.
Today I was like, that's No, the other guy's like really plain looking.
You could buy him. If he was an NFT, you could own him.
I could own his.
You could own his life.
This is the guy from Seconds.
Yes. There. It looks like almost what's his name? Clancy
Warden?
Brownish.
Yeah. Oh,
a little bit.
Yeah, I had the same thought.
Yeah, little Clancy Brownish.
Yeah, it's I was so wrong. So
wrong. That happens sometimes. You think one guy's one guy, and it's just they all look the same.
And I've seen this 1,000 times. I've seen Seconds 2,000 times. But anyway.
Right, yeah. Well, now I finally realized, because you always say it's called Seconds, and it's about like second chances at life.
Yeah.
I always just thought it was seconds as in timing, like
no,
minute, like
all their seconds.
So now I get. I was just like, I never made that connection. Like, why didn't I make that connection before?
Well, the tagline is
pretty obvious.
To live, a second chance to die.
Right? Yeah. It makes sense. That is a really interesting concept. And before, I think that's why it was turning me off. I was like, I don't care about time. I don't want to speak about seconds. That's boring.
No, but so I was wrong about that. But this episode is shot like, I hate to say his name, but a Frankenheimer episode I brought this up previously.
I was waiting for that.
Well, it's well shot. It's a greatly great directed episode. It's really well done.
It's shot exactly like his movies.
Yeah,
in the 60s.
And again, 3 fucking days they shot this. And one of the days,
every episode was shot in 3 days.
Well, I know that's what I'm saying. But 3 days. That's insane to think about.
But like
that.
Some episodes you watch, it's 3 days. Like The Hitchhiker.
Still, yeah.
Just sitting in a car going,
yeah.
The voiceover booth was one whole day.
Yeah.
That must have just, you know what I mean? Some episodes you could tell it was shot in 3 days, and you're like, yeah, that was pretty generic.
And granted, it's 22-page script. I mean, is it a 20-minute episode?
Oh, this is Rod Serling. It's probably 35.
24 pages, if that. You know.
Now think about all his long monologues.
Granted, but they're pretty quickly read. I mean, I think you're still following the minute pattern. Like the dialogue will go for the same amount.
Quickly read. You're proving my point.
Well, that's what I mean. It's all formatted, but every script page is a minute. That's the point. So I'm sure they're 24 minutes. I'm sure.
Well, I mean, the main protagonist can't even talk. So
yeah. So there's that. So this script was only 15 pages. Asshole.
Oh, I can look up a script. Here we go.
Yeah, check it out. What's
the like? Original episode, 38 pages.
Wow. Okay.
So the Rod writes in like direction.
And that's probably what the direction is.
That's what I'm saying. Like Rod. Yeah. So when I say most people write, page a minute, but Rod, he loves to write. So that's the first episode is 38 pages.
Wow.
I just pulled up the whole script right there. That was so quick.
Did you NFT it?
Ooh.
You better fucking buy all the Twilight Zone scripts you can.
Should I?
Before it's too late.
Who do I buy it from? That's what I don't
know. I don't think you can.
Crazy old man Phoenix is losing his fucking mind over here.
You're gonna go into Tron world, and it's Tron guarding the NFTs, and you have to fight him for whatever it is you want.
A Wreck-It Ralph 2, where he breaks the internet.
Yeah, pretty much.
They reference Tron because it's very similar to Tron.
Pretty much, yeah. And it's a Disney movie. Yeah. Both Disney. Tron Legacy. There's a sequel we're never going to get.
There are stores you can walk into and buy them.
In the States?
I'm sure. I wouldn't doubt it.
Some shady dark alley like Diagon Alley and from Harry Potter.
No, like Times Square in New York.
You want to buy a boy? What? No, the boy. It's a painting. I have an NFT. It's a painting.
I picture you going, all right, here's 10,000 real dollars. And the guy goes like this. All right, there you go.
I just sent it to you.
Yeah, it's totally up here, man. I just sent it over to you.
Wait a minute. You didn't have your phone out. I just sent it to you.
I just thought the idea, now you own it.
Get out.
I'm going to sell that same thing to this guy.
Yeah, for 5,000.
Yeah. Oh,
whatever he has in his pocket. Honestly, whatever he has in his pocket.
I got thoughts on the same thing over and over and over.
How much you got on you?
Shaking their.
How much you got? That was the Beyond Belief episode with Rip Taylor.
Oh yeah.
How much you got?
I was like, that sounds familiar, but I couldn't figure it out.
That's all right.
So
NFT.
The silence.
It's a great episode. And I've seen this one before. Yeah, it's a good episode. And it's not science fiction. It's not fantasy. It's not supernatural. It's basically a drama between about 3 men, really. You got Captain Dr. Smith from Lost in Space. You got the Frenchman who got the shit kicked out of him for trying to fuck a young girl.
You got Liam Sullivan.
And you got the other guy who looks like the handsome Rod Serling.
Yeah. I've seen him in stuff too.
He almost looks like the guy from the next episode, the captain that comes down from this rocket ship. Kind of similar.
Know him from Star Trek, right?
I would assume he's in Star Trek.
He's Parman.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
I got I got Tom Elliott reading the Sterling original intro, I think.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh,
is that an NFT?
I do want to show one thing. The last thing that this guy was in, Liam Sullivan, he died in 98. What's the last thing he was in was? What's George Wallace? What's that?
George Frankenheimer movie. Yay! We did it. We did it again. Congratulations. Segregation now, segregation forever.
Why is he not credited as a director on here?
Who?
Frankenheimer.
Should be on there. It's usually
it should be, but it's not. Where the hell is he?
That's weird.
Oh, because the episodes. It's technically a TV movie.
Oh,
we got a part 1.
Nope. They directed all of them. That's strange.
What the shit? He's not on here at all.
Full cast and crew.
I just clicked on that. He's not there.
Yeah, that's weird.
What the shit?
Maybe it's a glitch.
No!
Nobody cares about John Frankenheimer.
Mayor Winningham.
Hey!
Jodan Baker. There you go. Angelina Jolie again.
That's right. She was.
He worked with her twice. And Gary Sinise from 2 Reindeer Games alum.
Mark Ralston's in it.
But he was also in that. His top 4 here: Star Trek, Twilight Zone, obviously Magic Sword, Man from U.N.C.L.E.
There you go.
But he looks like a stuffy Centurion man.
Yeah, that's the famous episode where I think they make Kirk and Uhura kiss.
Yeah,
he was in that episode.
Some black tank. Let's hear from Tom Elliott and his original intro. Rod's original intro. Yeah, let's hear that from Frank's phone.
Before he cut it down.
Is that Seagal directed the first episode of the TV show Combat, starring Vic Morrow. Vic Morrow, of course, died tragically on the set of the Twilight Zone movie on July 23rd, 1982. But only the year before, on the 22nd of May, 1981, Seagal had been killed in a helicopter incident while filming the television movie World War III.
Wow.
His helicopter landed in the grounds of the Timberline Lodge, which was the exterior location for the film The Shining. When he exited the helicopter, he was so preoccupied with his work that he walked straight into the rear rotor and died from his injuries. But back.
Yeah, okay, that wasn't what I thought it was, but yeah.
That's still pretty good. That's pretty good information for this episode.
We've talked about that before.
We had talked about it before, though.
Yeah, but you can't beat it from Tom's voice.
No, he's so it's so nice.
It's like velvet through your ears.
It really is.
Helicopter blade. Like, oh, you had an eargasm.
He was so preoccupied.
It's a man I don't begrudge for having the #1 Twilight Zone podcast.
I listened to it.
Yeah,
I mean, I listened to both episodes about both these shows tonight just to freshen up on everything.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna listen to this one
and the Pwn, of course.
Yeah,
Which I like them.
Well, the Pwn is I'm done with their episodes, so I just don't go back.
I always go back.
Done.
Well, Tom does 4 episodes a year, so
yeah.
Well, there you go.
We do 4
a week.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10 or so a month.
I think we do more than that.
Well, sometimes we do 3 a week, but on average, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2 a week.
We're the hardest working people in podcasts.
I'd say 10 to 12 a month.
We don't really do that many.
No, we do a lot of Twilight Zone, though.
We do a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Can't deny us that.
You can't deny that, you son of a bitch.
Fuck you, Tom. Oh, sorry. Wait, this took a really weird turn.
Tom Savini, fuck you.
Do you have the clip or no, Frank?
That was the clip.
No.
It
was, I think, on Thursday We Leave From Home is the one where he says the extended version. I got that.
Okay. Gotcha.
Boris
Seagal did direct this one.
Because I recorded that like 2 weeks ago.
Katie Seagal's mama.
Yeah.
Father. Thank you. That's how that works.
You said mama.
I sure did.
Yeah. I mean, granted, in this day and age, maybe he was. I don't know anymore.
I was thinking of
We have
my favorite
birthing-
horror movie, Mama.
We have birthing people now, so I can't, can't argue with you. He might have been a mama. I don't know.
You know what's a really weird prequel to Mama is Ma.
Ma, the one with Octavia Spencer.
Yeah, Octavia Spencer. I don't know how she turned into a long, lanky white ghost, but
Well, that's the thing.
I don't get the tie-in.
That well,
Frank, right? This is freaky.
You gotta watch the short short video.
That was freaky, Dick. We
Bling clang, wada bing bang.
But it was like doing an auto tune where it was raising the octave.
Ma,
Hold
she
on.
crazy, Mama.
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna try something.
Now he's delayed his shit.
All right, talk.
Ma. Go.
All right, leave the studio for a second and come right back. You
Wow.
are so delayed.
Let's see if I can catch up. Hold on.
I did like hearing his what?
Clang, 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 clang.
Mama killed the man. So, yeah, Boris Segal, I directed a bunch, and the Cyril Delvanti, is the butler dude in this episode. He's in like the most Twilight Zone out of any actor.
I think it was in 7.
6, maybe 5. Yeah, he's in a ton. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
but he was like the butler in 4 of them.
Yeah, we're talking about the butler. Talk, Dick. Talk.
What?
There we go.
No.
We're good. So he was in. All right, let's find Twilight Zone because he was in all the seasons pretty much. He was in 5 episodes.
Wow.
Passage on Lady Anne, which is the episode after On Thursday We Leave for Home. Piano in the House, which fucking sucks. The Silence, which is great. Penny for Your Thoughts, which is fine. And then Time Enough at Last, obviously, which is in the top 3 for people. Actually, probably the top episode for people, most people. That's probably the most well-known episode.
So what's your thoughts about this episode, Phoenix? Do you like it? Do you hate it?
It gives me a heart on.
Does it?
That was a heart on. No, I love the fact that they tell you what the ending is going to be. So the whole time you're just going, all right, he's not going to pay him. He's not going to pay him. Because Jonathan Harris's character is like, do you have the money? He's like, don't question me. How dare you? You have the money. Are you really sure you want to do this? So you're just all that. And originally that bothered me because I knew the ending. But I realized the first time viewer who doesn't know the ending, that's the trick.
Yeah, but it's like even if he made it the whole which he would have made it the whole year, right? He cheated to do it. Right? So he wouldn't have won the money anyway, even if the guy had the money.
I think he would have left his thing on there.
He would have told him, yeah, that's the whole point of that. That's why he showed him the thing.
Okay, I guess. Yeah, sure. But
because he didn't have a pre-written note.
Right. I mean, this is one of the rare Twilight Zones that has no sci-fi in it, no nothing.
That's why I love it so much.
This is one of the. This is the twist. This is the twist within a twist episode.
Yeah, this is the rare Rod got away with 2 twist bullshit.
Yeah,
to do which
but it works because you're thinking of how he's gonna quelch on his bet, the rich dude.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh, he's in a club. Oh, he doesn't have money. Maybe. Oh shit! I wonder how this guy's gonna react when he finds out. And
you think Rod's wife got pissed at him? Like, are you talking about me, motherfucker? Am I frail and frail in just 2 different words?
Yeah, he says
frail and fragile is the same fucking word.
I screamed the same thing at my TV when I was watching this because I was listening to the commentary with Mark Scott-Zicree, and I'll talk about it in the next episode. But Mark Scott-Zicree is talking, and I have the subtitles on so I can follow along as well. And I'm like, those are the same fucking thing.
Yeah,
that's the same thing. Fragile and frail. Come on.
Rod does not know how to wax poetic about like anything. Like remember in Game of Pool, he's like, sure, I've done things. I walked uphill. Like,
I've worn short pants.
Yeah, like what? I put 2 shoes on. Like, What, Rod? You
Oh my
live,
God, you're so
man.
right. I forgot about that. I've walked uphill. I've worn short pants.
Yeah, it's like
What?
He's not wrong.
I guess
So
not, but
every-
it's just he
okay.
doesn't know how to wax poetic about anything. Like the man has such a vibrant vocabulary of how to just put someone down in like the worst possible way.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't know how to talk someone up or like make them, like I said, wax poetic about their life or anything. He doesn't know how to do it.
He
Like
waxes poetic nonstop. He just can't.
if it's
A
it,
very
yeah,
specific
if it-
failing he
if
has.
it's negative, he's all over it. If it's positive, he doesn't know what that means. If it's
It's not-
comedy or positive, he's a duck on ice.
It's not empathetic. It's not emotional. It's
Hey, I
just
saw Ducks
clinical.
on Ice win championships thanks to Emilio Estevez. Okay.
That's true.
So
And
watch
that
your
kid that
fucking
got
mouth.
addicted to meth.
Yeah.
I just made it up. I was thinking to myself like,
Well, I think that's what people say about Christopher Nolan. They call him a cold writer because everything he does is very clinical and cold, and there's never any like real warmth in his movies.
But there is.
But there is, but people don't see it. People judge him for that reason.
The problem is he has Hans Zimmer, right? He does his music. He saves him so hard by having those emotional moments, like have emotional music. Because, like, can you imagine? I'd like to watch a flat, like someone did that ET, where it's just the sound effects and it's so
Right.
boring.
Yeah.
I want to see Christopher Nolan without the Zimmer score. What during like Inception, when he's talking about like his wife, just
I
silence.
think it'd be okay. I think the problem with Inception is that the music is overbearing. When it really kicks in, it's just like bong, bong.
But with that movie, it doesn't bother me because the point of it, the music,
Right.
is actually in the plot.
Right.
It's
Yes.
just a slow down version of the same song, and which is the point of what they're doing. So it actually makes sense there. But like Interstellar without the music, it'd be so flat.
Yeah.
yeah, I get Interstellar. I don't know.
Interstellar is a good movie. It's just not great.
No, it's the weaker one.
I would say it got away from itself towards the end of it, and
The bookshelf scene.
No, that's
Well-
that's fine.
Well, I mean, how can you honestly predict what's inside of a black hole? So I mean, that's a very tough thing to do. I get it.
Well, that's suspension of disbelief. I think the problem that anyone had with Interstellar was the whole ending, where it's like, oh, by
No,
the way,
the
you
Matt Damon
love Anne
plot.
Hathaway.
Yeah, the Matt Damon plot is what killed the movie for me.
What
Because
about the
Matt Damon
robot?
goes, the robots were cool. I like the robots.
It's just
No, I like the robot. I mean, it was a throwback to Hal, so that's what I
Yeah.
liked about it.
no, I'm making fun of the movie, but I also like the movie a lot.
Yeah,
I,
only seen it
I just
twice.
didn't like the Matt Damon plot. I
I
the Matt
need to
Damon plot
rewatch it.
didn't-
It's been a
didn't-
long time.
The Matt Damon plot didn't work, and the whole love transcends thing didn't work. If they would have kept those out, I thought the movie would have done better.
The second part you mentioned there is the point of the movie, which is what bothers me. Love
Right.
is bigger
Yeah.
than gravity. Love will make you time travel. Love.
I'm
Keep you
sorry.
together.
If we're looking for a planet to move to, I don't think around a black hole is where we would look. It just doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, no,
go
the
through the black hole.
No, the black hole just appeared. Remember, that's how they found out about it. It appeared because it was sent to
No,
the
the
it was
wormhole
sent to the
appeared.
past.
The wormhole
Yeah.
appeared. The black hole didn't appear.
No, but
They
that was
knew-
how they
knew it was
got
a black
Matthew
hole.
McConaughey in there because they made it. The future made it.
The black
They knew-
hole was
They knew
always
how
there.
to. They knew how to access the black hole and make the construct inside the black hole
Yeah,
to
but
get him through
the
time and
wormhole is
space.
what appeared, not the black hole.
Well, they needed a black hole to do it,
You know what I did love though?
Do what?
to have the wormhole.
They went back and made the wormhole appear so they can go through it themselves.
Yeah,
I think is what Dick is saying, right?
because they were so far advanced, they could create their own black holes and wormholes, and they put them all together in a nice little package.
I just really like the whole time aspect, the time dilation that they got
I
right.
was just gonna say my favorite
Yeah.
scene in that movie is when they go onto the planet and they come
Yeah.
back to the ship and that black dude is like
Yeah,
50
it's
years
like
older. I
20
love
years
that.
later. Yeah,
Well, I mean, and that's just on what's his face's due diligence of having Kip Thorne,
yeah.
part of it. Like he actually asked a person in the know what would. I mean, because that like people forget like that movie was done before we ever got that picture of the black hole, so we didn't really know what it looked like, and he was really close.
Well, Christopher Nolan is nothing if not a stickler for.
That's why I like his movies. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I like. he's not the greatest character writer.
No,
But
but
he's
most
like
of the time, character writers aren't sticklers for like Rod.
Exactly.
Rod's never been a writer that was stickler for details because I've found so many holes in his shit. But he doesn't care. Like he's more of a character writer and like more obsessed with the whole overall theme
Story.
of everything.
Well, when
Tell
you
the
have to
story.
when you have to find those details, you have to jump through a plate glass window.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
I'm glad you finally got the quote right. Took you long
Exactly.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do agree, Frank. You're saying that he's not a stickler for details with the science, but Christopher Nolan
Yeah, but see,
knows
like
enough.
I
He knows
like
his
movies
weaknesses,
that are.
so he gets people that come in because he can afford it with his
Yeah,
budget.
because I'm inherently the type of person that just rips shit apart when I say it, you
Yeah.
know. And if it doesn't make any sense to me, then I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah, you're a sack of shit. We all know.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've pretty much
But
accepted that.
so when there's directors out there that will do something and it's makes sense, it makes me respect it more. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if it makes sense.
Well, hey, I named my son after him.
Or was that Jonah? I think you named it after Jonah, not Chris.
What's funny is we didn't name my
Jonah
son
Nolan.
after anybody.
His brother,
Strange.
Jonah Nolan. That's what he called him. John Jonah.
No, I named him a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I love
John Nolan did Westworld, so that's why you love Nolan.
No, I love Memento's my second favorite movie.
Yeah.
She said Jackson, and I was like, yeah, that works. Like it just
for Bo Jackson.
It just
I
kind
wanted
of
an Irish
I liked
name.
it.
And I had Nolan on the brain from before because I was going to name a dog Nolan whenever I got a next dog, but never came
Because
about.
I hate my name, and my name was named after somebody else. So I didn't really want to put too much stock in a fucking
After
name.
a pope
or my dad, whatever. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My name could have been Bo or Jonathan. That was the two other picks.
You lucked out by not getting Bo.
We were just looking for a name that when we said it, it just kind of felt right. And
you could call me Bobo. Right.
So we stuck with it. And that was it.
I just kind of said you can put whatever wacky Chinese and Hawaiian name in the middle. I get to choose the first name because that's it for life, man.
Nolan Spam Pineapple.
Yes,
Spam.
His name is here's his full name.
Nolan 10,000-pound bomb.
Yeah, there you go.
It's not Japanese. Nolan Nainoa Wong-sun West.
Wangson?
Wong-sun.
Oh, I want some Wongs. I want some Wongs.
Dip some curry.
It's from cream cheese wontongs.
Cream of some young guy West.
John Wow West.
Wiki Wow West, Jim West.
So I love every shot in this episode.
Yeah, it's a very nicely done. Well, they're very cinematic, and that's what's nice about Twilight Zone. Especially because they're all done that way. Because like TV was like they didn't understand that all you needed was 3 camera system, close up, wide, medium. Like that's it. That's all you need. But these were like, well, why not have the camera come in through the roof into the inner room?
I think it was a lack of really anything else to do. Stuff somehow.
And they thought just bigger, and now we're so smaller because we think the screen is so much smaller. People make things to watch on phones now. It's like not the same thing at all.
Well, plus Tone and him, basically fucking everybody's wife in the valley kind of forced their hand in that one.
Tone Loc? Oh, the French guy?
Yeah.
Oh, French Tone? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were talking to me.
Yeah.
He's fucking everybody's wife?
In the valley, yes.
In the valley.
In the valley. I never wanted this for you.
In the valley of Elah.
That's my impression from Yellowstone.
Oh, the other trivia I picked up on from Tone is he's the reason the Academy has the best supporting actor award.
Oh, interesting. Wow.
Because one year he was going to win best actor, but someone else won it, and there was a big to do about that. So the very next year they put supporting actor in there. So
he was the original Dark Knight.
Exactly.
Which made him go, oh, we should nominate more than 5 movies a year. Okay.
Right. And I would do that every so often just in case of a bad.
No, it's not nominating 5 movies. It's nominating best actor and best supporting actor. Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying, Frank?
No, they used to do that though. Back in the day, they did used to nominate more than 5 movies though.
Yeah, but
back in the old days. Yeah, for 6 years they didn't. Yeah, they kept it at 5.
and it was rigid. It's like,
When did
Yeah.
they do
what
that?
if there's 10 great movies that year? Come on, I'm glad they finally changed it. But it
Well,
took,
there usually is too. I mean,
it
that's
took
the
Dark
thing.
Knight not getting nominated for them to go, oh shit,
Yeah.
okay.
And now
Oh, I
they
agree.
but now they fucked up every time they did it.
And as long as you
It's-
go up and smack a comedian, you'll win.
Well, no, he got kicked out of the Academy though.
And to be fair, he was already a winner before he smacked him.
Yeah,
They
we
just
already
don't
knew.
vote the envelope
We already
yet.
knew he was going to win. This was the most fucking easy, predictable Oscar ever. I wish I had money on it. I would have won all the money because I was
You know
just
what's
like,
weird? Being a
nailed it.
Betting
biopic.
on something predetermined. It's like betting on wrestling.
Well, that's what I mean. It's just if you know who won the PGA award, the DGA, the
If they had
WGA.
betting on the Grammys, do you know how fucking corrupt that shit would get? More than it already-
What we used to do in the bar, like you go to the bar and you'd have the
I'm talking like Vegas shit. Like I'm not talking.
Well, shit, yeah,
people
I
in the
mean,
bar.
yeah, I'm talking about just cash money, whatever. You know, that'd be $10,000. I can win like $100. It's enough. That's fine.
You know, the Oscars got bad when they say we got 10 nominees this year, and I go, I've seen one of those movies.
Well, that's the problem. Yeah, they don't care. They don't care about the wider audience.
As long as
anymore.
nobody heard of the best picture, it'll win.
Yeah, exactly. Coda. Are you
Coda?
fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me?
And I have a problem with the phrase coda because a child of deaf adults? Why? That's a little redundant. Parents? I don't. Coda. It's just because it says the word coda when you read it out.
Yeah.
Like, what child is a child of children? So why specify it? I don't understand. COD, Call of Duty. Let's do child of.
Well,
Defsies.
it is the land of the very extreme minority ruling shit. So
It's true. That's what it is.
Oh, sorry. Let's hear from. I know that left Twitter has something to say to you.
Frank, Jesus! Can't you ever shut up?
Yeah.
used to be left Twitter. Used to be left Twitter.
Used to be left. What?
Elon Musk just bought it.
Yeah. We talked about that on Saturday
Okay.
after you left. People need to grow a fucking pair and maybe deal with an idea you don't agree with.
Yeah, who
And
cares?
just
Let's move
ignore it.
on.
Yeah, and it's funny that once Elon Musk makes it possible for that to happen, people lose their fucking shit. It's a
Yeah,
start.
that's the point. Yeah.
People love their echo chambers.
Yep. That's why I only watch this. That's why I listen to this podcast.
And I always
Speech
bitch
is okay
about,
to be free as long as it's what you believe in.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
that's the only not even the main, the only issue. That's why Elon bought it. He goes,
Yeah. Fuck you.
like, he's not a white nationalist, but he's like, their voices are American, right?
No,
Okay.
you don't have to agree with them. I
I
prefer to
totally
know they're
don't fucking
around.
agree with them. I don't.
Now,
Yeah, one of my
all you have
favorite
to do
quotes is
go,
like,
ignore.
I don't agree with
block.
what you say, sir, but I will fight to the death for you.
yeah,
Like,
Ricky Gervais said that many times.
I forget who came up with that.
I think it's Ricky Gervais said it. He quoted it at least. I know that.
Yeah, he quoted it, but
I
it's
don't know who
been
said
somewhere
it.
else, though.
Maybe Bill Maher said it originally.
No, it's an old.
It's an old one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Rod
couple years
Serling,
ago.
maybe. Rob Zerloin did it. Was it Rob
100
Zerloin?
years ago, man.
Let's see.
Well, free speech is only like the last 100 years, really.
Oh, okay.
300.
It gets even more interesting because it was a biographer Evelyn Beatrice Hall of what she thought Voltaire was thinking. So I don't know if that's a quote from like Voltaire's Candide, the book.
Or
read
that,
it.
or that's the oldest published version of it, maybe.
Yeah, but he wrote that book a long fucking time ago.
Voltaire, yeah, it was like 100 years ago.
Yeah, I have the book and I read it a long time ago. It's not that it's. thin.
I got the Marquis de Sade I got to read.
We read that in like 7th grade, I think.
I got the Marquis de Chardin to read. I got to watch that one.
very different.
Gotta watch
Wow.
that. I know, but still, it's old. I'm gonna read it and see what a little thin. It's thin.
Isn't that the book about like
fucking
kids?
like dirty fucking? Yeah, it's crazy.
Dirty
shit.
fucking? It's pedophilia.
I
dude.
haven't read it.
Hey,
but
our
it's
show's
just-
name or our network is named after something a pedophile wrote.
It was a quarter at the thrift store. That's why I bought it.
It's banned in like most countries in the world.
Well,
Alice in
so
Wonderland.
is Tropic of Cancer. I got that too.
They
so,
blocked
yeah.
the whole line.
Tropic of Cancer. Well, I think they blocked Sexus, Nexus, the rest of us, whatever the trilogy was he made. Henry Miller.
The only reason I know about that book
He
you just
played
said is because
Superman,
of
you know
Count
that is.
Dankula, yeah.
I tell you what, though, no, Henry Miller, though, say what you like, he don't write narrative, but he's a fucking good writer. It's just like his way that he just writes is so fucking cool.
You know who I hate reading?
Don't
why am I
say
blanking on his name?
Bukowski.
No, the American writer who blew his brains out, the most famous one.
Hemingway.
Hemingway.
Yeah.
The man writes 15 pages in a row of just dialogue.
Is it?
And I'm like, fucking come on.
I haven't read any Hemingway. We had to read Old Man in the Sea, and it was fucking boring as hell. So
But like that's how you get
I
through
can't-
the pages.
No, my most hated writer is what the fuck's his name?
But eventually, sorry, you think about it,
Don't
Frank.
say John
I'll say,
Steinbeck.
eventually, you forget which one's which.
Oh, really? Is
Reading
that
on a list,
bad?
I'm like, I forgot who the fuck is because he doesn't say Susan said. He just says quote, 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 and you're like, wait, who? You have to like, mark down the fucking book to those you forget.
Who wrote Carcosa?
You mean Yellow King or?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Off the top of my head, I don't know.
You know, Nemo and Point Nemo.
Yeah, the Yellow King, the Yellow King. Carcosa, you're with me now in Carcosa.
That's True Detective, but yeah.
Yeah, I know that's what it's from.
Yeah, I know.
And also, they were making fun of him
Robert
because
Chambers.
he
No.
ripped off somebody else. I think he ripped off of this other writer that had the same. He had the exact same taste and the same kind of.
Yeah, it was Carcosa. It was fuck. I mean, he's really well known. I mean, he's famous as fuck. How's his name?
Not Pynchon.
No. Weirdo fucker. Really fucking weird writer, man.
Not Holden.
No.
All I find is Robert Chambers.
No.
He wrote The King in Yellow, which is used for True Detective.
Right, yeah, King in Yellow.
Then no, I'm thinking of someone else then.
Carcosa might be a poem. Maybe you think it's a poem.
Robert W. Chambers wrote this about shadows of links in Carcosa. Stranger lost his Carcosa. Jim Carcosa lost Carcosa.
No, True Detective was based on him and that other guy. It's both, not just one guy. It was him and.
Can we talk about the silence?
We did. It's done.
Yeah, now it's bugging me that I can't fucking remember his name.
You're gonna remember in the next episode. It'll
Hold
pop
on.
up in your
Let's
head.
look up True Detective Carcosa and
You'll find Nietzsche probably.
Who the fuck is that, Nietzsche? Shut the fuck up. While the antlers.
nothing.
While the antlers.
I know George R. R. Martin quotes him a bunch. Says that he was his main influence.
Lord Umbridge.
Yeah, he's American.
What writer does George Martin reference?
Not Robert Jordan.
Goddamn.
God damn, I say goddamn.
True Detective.
H.P. Lovecraft. There it is. Why couldn't I fucking remember his name?
Oh, H.P. Lovecraft.
I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
fucking stand his stories, man.
He's
They
not,
are
he
annoying.
never did Carcosa. He did Dunwich Horror. He did the Necronomicon. He did Cthulhu Mythos.
Cthulhu, that's what gets
Cthulhu,
me.
yeah.
Cthulhu and
Carcosa's not him,
Carcosa.
yeah.
Yeah,
Carcosa,
Cthulhu
he
and
doesn't do
Carcosa always
Yeah.
get screwed up in my head.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I
can
can't.
s- I can
But
see
his
that.
stories, I can't stand his writing. It's so.
No, he's boring. He's boring. He's
We need
very-
Adam here for this conversation because I don't give a fuck about him.
I don't either. That's
Adam?
my point. I don't.
Adam loved him.
Oh, he did.
I get where people love him because he did create like body horror,
Which I hate.
cosmology shit. But
Which
like
I hate.
I can get why people don't like it. I'm on the fence. It's
I just don't like
neat.
the way he wrote. Like I don't.
Oh
like,
no, he's boring. Yeah, he's real boring.
That's how I feel about Stephen King.
Yeah,
Stephen
and,
King
and
is
to be honest with you,
plain.
I don't like Stephen King that much. To be honest,
Yeah,
with you,
Stephen
because
King
it's
overwrites.
so hard to read,
Guys,
He
man.
You
overwrites.
got to
Lord.
understand that he was writing on a typewriter that was like semi-gloss on it, and the keys were like a nice little shine. Each letter was white, but the paper he put in there was like 8x10, or 8.5 by 11 was the sheet of paper, and he would type, and it would put this black ink on there, this black ink, black like your soul. And let's go back to the typewriter real quick. So the typewriter, though, and that's Stephen King.
No.
Fucking monster.
No. Stephen King is this. Stephen King is the flight attendant looked over to her corner and was worried about her kid who had Fruit Loops for breakfast this morning, but he liked Cheetos. But she said he couldn't have Cheetos, so she had to run to the store to get him Fruit Loops. Oh, by the way, this is happening over here, and I'd rather see that than this.
That's so here's when I stopped reading Stephen King, and when I started, same story. So I was reading, I believe it was It.
Here we go. Yes,
and I got like 4 pages in.
Yeah,
and he's describing how red a throw pillow on the couch was, and I go, all right, well, and that pillow's really red. Okay, flip the page. That page, how fucking red that pillow is, and I go, nope.
And then he talks about some greaser being a bully and some 1950s song that plays in the background, and then he talks about gang banging a 12-year-old.
I'll talk about I'll read his short stories, but I will never ever read another Stephen
I can
King
understand
novel.
why his shit's adapted from movies because he's so fucking specific. But yeah, I get you.
Well, he's a concept guy. He's a big concept guy. That's all he is. Like he's the
David S. Goyer of.
Well, yeah, I would say absolutely. He is the logline producer for movies. Like he's just like kids have to fight an evil clown. That's a supernatural evil clown. Okay, here's your movie. You don't have to go into detail. You don't even have to go into the whole, like, they get lost and Beverly Marsh, a 12-year-old girl, has to give up her snatch to all the guys, and she talks about each cock that goes inside of her.
Oh, yeah.
That's in the book.
How the fat kid's was the biggest.
The fat kid has the biggest sausage hog.
The biggest fucking cock she's ever had at 12.
And it hurt. Like, it's just like, this isn't necessary. Just have, like, they got lost and they found their way out and they succeeded. I don't need, like, they had to fuck and break and destroy their innocence to get away. It's like, no.
Here's how redundant he is.
Yeah.
The fact that his movies themselves are sometimes redundant because it too has such a redundant segment where they have to go back and remember and do the exact same fucking movie.
Well, that's the movie though. The book's like Dark Half. It's always about a writer that is a writer that has another id that murders people.
Secret Window was another one.
Secret Window is the other one. Yeah, I mean,
but you want to talk about a redundant movie? Holy shit, that movie just doesn't fucking end.
Dolores Claiborne's
nothing
good,
happens, and nothing.
I've never seen that.
Dolores Claiborne's a very good movie. That I like that one.
Is my favorite actress, and
Dolores Claiborne. Oh, you guys see Dolores Claiborne? That's awesome. Did
she get an Oscar for that?
She might have been nominated. I don't remember. I don't think so. She won for Misery. I know that.
Okay,
she got the Oscar for Misery. Yeah, she got nominated one for that.
I know she won for that, but I thought she.
Yeah,
you're probably right.
She might have been nominated. I wouldn't doubt it because she's great.
Misery was just torture porn.
Oh, Misery's great.
Well, Misery's great, and
yeah,
it has those moments where she's just like, she's like her little. He gets the phone and he has to like rearrange the things.
And
like again, another movie about a writer. It's like,
he does that a lot. Yeah,
I did 100 Things That Are Burning Hell about him, and I'm like, he has seven jobs in a hat, and 7 supernatural creatures in another hat, and he goes,
right,
all right. Well, this guy's a writer, and where's he live? The one piece of paper on that hat. Maine. Oh, he lives in Maine.
Maine, go to this asshole.
One. They have a supernatural power. What is it? Can move things with their mind.
The man will never need to write a biography. You know what I mean? Because
he did write. He has 3 of them, I think.
Autobiography, yes.
He's got Dance Macabre, and then he has On Writing, which actually On Writing's a good book.
On Writing,
On Writing's pretty good. That's a good one.
I read part of that because it wasn't an actual story, and I was like, I'm actually more curious in the man himself than his books.
Yeah, I gave that to. I should have kept it. I gave to some chick to tell her about writing. But
do not ever give a chick anything.
That was stupid. I know.
I gave one of my ex-girlfriends a long fucking time ago one of my shirts. I still think about that shirt.
What a fucking cunt!
It was my 8th grade graduation shirt, and it had like everyone's signature on the back, and it was like personalized.
Why would she
cool looking?
Why would you give it away?
I didn't give it to her. She took it, and I was like, "All right,
Why would she want that? It's not her memory. Was she in her class in 8th grade?
I have no answers for you.
I still
Autographs
actually,
from
sadly,
people you don't know.
I have a shirt just like that in not my closet, but it's the closet at home. It's a white.
You have my fucking shirt. Give it back.
I do actually. It says Phoenix, we love you. 1998.
Signed nobody.
Fuck you, big middle finger to all the back.
All right, so Dick, what would you give this episode?
Oh, definitely an 8. It's a solid 8 for sure.
Oh, fuck yourself so hard.
I think 8 is good. Is a good.
Okay, let's actually talk about the episode as a whole, not specifically a scene or anything like that. We're only at 50 minutes, Frank. Calm down.
But
I agree.
That's a long way to go.
We're talking about Stephen King for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frank, this time around, you watched it again, right? Any other new thoughts popping up? Do you appreciate it more? Do you hate it more?
I actually hated it more for some reason.
Cool. So it's just the two of us now.
Yeah, I almost thought it was that Lincoln episode, the one where the guy goes back in time.
No
Remember
Time Like the Past.
Is that what it is?
Those two actors are really similar, yeah.
Because it was the same kind of like gentleman's club setting, and like he comes back and he was like, "Oh, we're back in time." And I was like, "Oh, is this episode?"
That's the same actor's like, "I'm gonna go do it now."
Yeah, but then it wasn't. So I was like, "Oh, okay, it's this one." I had seen this one before though, a long time ago.
Well, here's the problem. I believe last time we did this, Frank, which I'll look up the date, but you were like, give it this, and then I talked about how much I love the cinematography and how much I love the look of this episode, and you raised your score a bit.
Yeah,
and it sounds like I need to do the same thing, only this time I don't give a shit.
That's fine.
You did point out things that I never caught on to, put it that way.
We last covered this episode on November 13th of 2017.
My God,
almost 5 years ago.
Jesus Christ!
It deserves its IMDb rating. 8.4. It's top.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good score. Yeah, that's perfect.
It's top 20.
Yeah, that's a nice score.
Here's the problem with my IMDb score here. Boom.
10 out of 10. Wow,
this is my top 5.
Yeah,
this is like my third favorite episode, I'd say.
Wow, that's bold.
I love it.
It's bold.
It's one of the few I actually like vividly remember from childhood. When he pulls his little neckerchief off and they see a little scar. I remember watching it as a kid going, "Oh shit!" Like in kindergarten.
He fucked himself up for money.
Shit. That motherfucker slit his throat.
He ain't frail.
He's not frail or weak or
fragile
or
fragile,
powerless or
supine.
Whatever thesaurus Rod looked at, he's not any of that. God damn.
Right.
Yeah, it's I love, and going back to what I was saying in the beginning, and I guess we can end on this.
I think Rod would have stood to have gained looking at the thesaurus for this. He looked at a dictionary instead of a thesaurus.
Oh shit.
But I love the fact that good writing, especially sci-fi half an hour with a twist. You want the audience looking at it's the Prestige, which is another reason I love Christopher Nolan. You want the audience looking over here. So that way, it really happens. They're like, yeah, I know it's going there. Oh, shit.
Right.
And over here, there's like, oh, God, he slit his throat. Like, that's the surprise.
Forgive me. It's been a long time since I've seen any real magic.
It's the same twist as, Frank, we always talk about the double twist. Same twist as Will the Real Martian Please Stand Up?
Right, yes.
Hey, I'm the real Martian. Here's my 3 arms. I'm drinking my coffee. Haha. Let's hear some music.
My 14 cups of coffee.
And all of a sudden you get this, and the guy has a big fucking head right here, or whole.
We already killed your party.
And that's the twist.
Yeah.
Where it turns out what you were afraid of the whole episode or what you were thinking about didn't fucking matter. And that's the twist on the audience, where they basically is like a middle finger to be like, oh, you cared so much about who is the Martian. Don't you look like a dildo over there watching this on your TV?
I don't.
That's this episode.
I don't think it's that extreme.
And that's why Buck Houghton was so important to this fucking TV show. Because if he would have let Rod do whatever he wanted, that twist wouldn't have mattered to you.
I got a feeling we're going to talk about Buck a lot on the next episode.
Yeah.
Who's here to fuck?
Yeah. Buck and his. Oh, speaking of jars of Vaseline, on Thursday Relief for Home is definitely.
Fucking bad.
Episode.
Yeah. The stock shot way the fuck up.
I love they avert your attention to one area, and they don't even like really hint on it, but they're hinting enough to make you go, I think I'm ahead of this episode. Ha 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 ha.
Well, yes, that's the old whoop.
And that's the last thing I want to say
Yeah.
regarding this is how specific of a talent that is. To lay enough breadcrumbs to get the audience to follow down that dark trail for you to stab him with. He slit his throat, bitch. Yeah. And you catch him off guard, and you're like, "Oh shit!" There was a second twist.
Well, just like Usual Suspects.
Yeah.
Even after all these years, Gabriel Byrne still thinks he might be Kaiser Sose. And that's the guy that was in the goddamn thing.
He did play him for a scene.
He did. So he said, maybe I am Kaiser Sose.
He's Irish. He's dumb as shit.
Whatever. It's soft brain. Drinks too much. And he was married to Ellen Barkin for a long time.
Irishman drinks too much.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. Peaky Blinders. That's all.
Da, 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 da. There you go. Fantastic.
Okay, so I gave it a 10. Frank?
8.
Dick Gale also gave it an 8. You're both wrong.
It's fine.
It's a 10. No, it's clearly it's an 8.4.
You tell me I'm wrong about Perchance to Dream. This is my Perchance to Dream to you, I guess.
But
which one's Perchance to Dream again?
Where he has a dream.
He perchances too. Yeah.
That really does not help me. Captain Perchance.
Come on,
all you need to know
it ends with him going out the window.
It does.
Oh, that's right. It's the one where he has a heart attack and he goes to sleep.
Yes, and Frank is obsessed with the sexy cat lady.
Yes, that one is not my
Maya.
that one's kind of boring.
It's okay.
That's all right.
It's good. It's good. It's a good episode.
I like
it's a good episode, but it's just like once he goes.
Because I didn't see the end coming. That's why I like the end.
Carnival, yeah.
I would say it is a top tier. We do the Tom Elliott grading of the top tier, bottom tier, middle tier.
Mm-hmm.
And I specify those in weird order for a reason. I put that in my top tier. I really do. It's a really good episode. It's just this is in my top 3. Literally my 3rd favorite episode. Maybe 4th.
It's objective.
As a child.
It's not
subjective.
It's objective.
Shadow Play, Obsolete Man, either this or Nightmare as a Child. I don't know which.
Even Nightmare as a Child is that high, huh?
Yeah, I love the one.
That's a good one. That is a good one. I like that one.
I don't think this ahead of time, but I watched them and afterwards I was like, oh shit! Like the less sci-fi involved, the better for me.
I like Masks a lot. I think Masks is a highly regarded one that
Masks
I like.
is a great
personally.
one.
I think Masks is a high one for me.
I mean, well, that's when you get like sci-fi as a last second, and that's when Rod is his best. When the sci-fi is the twist,
and the music is really good in that episode.
Yeah,
just a whoa.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And directed by I Lupino, Chick.
Well, it makes you realize how important season 5 is.
Yeah,
because they almost didn't get a 4th and 5th season.
Really,
both of those seasons were really on the rocks.
Wow, that's crazy.
They only got the 4th season because of that show, Hospital or whatever it's called.
Some random bullshit show.
Yeah, because it was an hour slot, so they needed to fill the hour. That's the only reason they got that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next because we're talking 4th season after this. But yeah, okay. So Dick, I know you said it in the beginning, but real quick, you've seen this before?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Make sure.
I always forget the titles because the titles I always think are another episode because they all kind of run into each other. It's like,
I will say before I learned the titles, I completely agree because I bought all those box sets thinking I was getting Shadow Play. Execution. That's the episode. Nope. Very different episode.
Right. Yeah.
All right. I'll buy this one. It has this episode. Nope. Okay. Fuck it. I'll buy them all. I just all right. Whatever.
I have to in this case.
Those $90 box sets I bought at Amoeba Records in LA.
Yeah, that's it.
It was to find that episode, Shadow Play.
Yep. Wow.
Anyway, guys, let's get out of here. Oh, first, Filthy Twilight Zone. I almost forgot. I would have been so pissed.
Your next stop, the Twilight Zone.
It is Jack Brewer. He's a raucous, a little nouveau riche. You know the type. Charlie, old man, you don't mind if I do you, boy?
And you're the only one that it for me. Now, this is Brewer speaking to me, and I'm supposed to scrape it up for him. I mean, I am supposed to scrape it up as though it were some kind of residue that could be literally scooped up off a floor.
The letter you sent me is the most incredible thing I've ever read. Archie, we're friends. I must tell you that
my communication to you, Alfred, was not as friend, but as my lawyer. The wager carries with it the following conditions. He will be placed in a room for observation. He will be with anything he desires by way of diversion, but he will not be able to speak one single word for 12 months. Not one single word. Appeal to your blood.
Oddly enough, it does appeal to my blood.
9 weeks today that he's been in there.
9 weeks. There's a little bit more there than I gave him credit for. I've been giving this considerable thought. You fulfilled your part of the bargain admirably. As a matter of fact, you have completely me, Tennyson. For example, your wife. She must be for you, Tennyson. Desperately.
There have been ugly rumors, Archie, like little asides, innuendos, suggestions about his wife.
All right, Filthy Twilight Zone.
Need more lube.
I wanted to spend more time on that, but that was when I was like, "Oh shit, Dick is waiting on me."
He
Throw
will
up
be
the white
fucked.
piece of paper.
It was funny. He will be fucked.
Yeah, that was. I had to put all that preamble in there, which was okay at best, to get to that joke. Because if I did that first, it didn't work. I tried.
Yeah.
It was funny. I started laughing.
Yeah,
It's a good one.
you will be fucked with anything you want to be furnished with.
Your wife is fucked.
She's horny for you. That's what it was.
No.
Desperately horny. All right, let's get out of here. Until next time. In the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
Franklin.
Dude.
That's all it says. The Silence. Top 3 episodes. Top 4, maybe. Top 4. Fuck you, Frank. Your thumbs down.
The Silence of the White Man.
I can't do that. The Silence of the Lamb. You gotta have a real wet lip to do that.
Yeah.
Ugh, I sound like Snape.
Take this thing back to Baltimore.
Remember when they made
I've never seen one Harry Potter movie. Not one.
You're not
They're
missing
good.
anything.
No, they're good.
They're fine. No, they're whatever.
You know how much I hate fantasy.
I know.
I hate fantasy.
I'm kind of shocked that you're like so nonchalant about it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
and I like fantasy. So.
I hate fantasy, but actually Harry Potter is really well written.
I've heard.
And the problem with me and fantasy is the fucking dragon shows up and flies them, and you're like, oh fuck, what? It's writing in whatever you want. And Harry Potter is like, here's the rules, here's the setup.
Yeah,
and she actually followed through with it. So I don't mind it.
Hard sci-fi. That's what I like about it.
Not sci-fi. It's hard.
Well,
fantasy,
you know what I mean.
All things.
Hard fantasy, whatever.
Hard fantasy, which I never heard of, but which sounds more like a metal. Dick, what's that cartoon sex thing?
Cartoon sex thing?
Metalocalypse.
Oh, Metalocalypse?
No. The movie from the 70s with John Candy.
Oh, for the 80s. Heavy metal.
Heavy metal.
Yeah.
That's like sci-fi. That's fantasy.
Well, that's like
it's hard.
I think it's called it's something specific. I think it's called something specific. I'm not. I should look it up.
It probably is, but I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Because like Mobius, it's more like French. It's like Fifth Element because it's like that weird sci-fi fantasy shit.
Well, Fifth Element was directed by a Frenchman.
Well, yeah, but he was ripping off Mobius and a few other like comic book writers. And actually, I think he was also ripping off Jodorowsky because he wrote a bunch of shit. That's how he made his fortune, basically writing all these graphic novels.
Right on.
Let's have a naked boy in the desert. Fucking.
Oh, that movie.
What the hell, Lobo?
No, that was not Lobo.
Whatever.
El Topo.
El Topo. Thank you. Lobo's the comic dude.
Yeah, Lobo's the hey, what's up? Mad Machine's coming.
When I said that, I knew I was like getting us in the right direction, but I knew I was wrong.
So, I'm the main man. That's right. I'm the main man, Lobo.
All right, you got to go to the bathroom, Frank. All right, go. Nazi time. I'm gonna play this. Where's our? Bloop. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
This was a really good image. It's over.
It was funny. He will be.
So that was 61 minutes. That was a perfect length for a Twilight Zone episode.
Maybe 35 minutes.
No.
Because 20 minutes or 10 minutes was
I'm saying podcast.
Christopher Nolan. Yeah.
Hour long. We hit almost exactly. We're hour one.
Yeah.
And that was because I forgot Filthy Twilight Zone somehow.
Yes. Well, can't forget that.
Well, it took me a fucking hour to do. I should remember it.
Did you do one for Thursday?
Yes, that's what I was doing before the show.
Oh, okay, because that one, you just him talking to JoJo. That's some filthy shit in there.
There is a JoJo reference.
I
Only
bet
one
there is.
toward the end.
Can I kiss you, Captain?
No.
Can I kiss your boob, Captain?
I will
sure
say
you can, JoJo.
There is a JoJo reference, and JoJo's not there.
Oh, was it at the end where he goes?
Yes.
I'll tell you about the Earth, JoJo.
Yes.
What sad. Oh, that hurt. That broke my heart so much.
All right, so
some good shit. That's a good episode.
Well, let's wait. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Go for it.
It is saved. Yeah. So let me start adding it to the podcast before I go to the bathroom. Because that's how I run things. Efficient. All right, be right back.
Yo.
I'm back. I'm sorry. Dick is choking.
Was me.
Oh. You're both eating. All right. And ironically, the reason I'm late is because we're discussing pizza. If it wasn't for pizza, I would be a very thin man.
Pizza's good for you.
No, it's not. It's so bad. Are you drinking urine?
Yeah, my own.
Howard hears urine right there.
Why'd you specify your own?
Put the jar in the corner to the left, and then you take the other jar to the other side of the room when it's done.
Well, now we use wet brooms. Wet brooms. Wet brooms.
QUAR. What kind of pizza you getting?
I don't know yet.
Yeah,
I think if we did order or not is most of my concern.
Because it's kind of late, isn't it, for a Tuesday.
7.
Yeah, but it's pretty late for delivery. Do they deliver all night, or do they deliver till 10?
No, you're just old.
Most places deliver to 10.
Most places deliver
10.
Fucking 12 or midnight.
Yeah.
What are you talking about.
Yeah.
All right, let's begin another podcast, shall we?
Okay, JoJo.
We're starting a podcast, JoJo. So, who wants to go first? JoJo, or JoJo? Let's do a theme song, shall we? Ooh.
I have Tom Elliott's opening narration.
Good. Do you want to play that immediately from the end of the theme song? I'll play a Futurama one because I'm in the Futurama mood.
Now I'm thinking about pizza.
You're on a scenic route through a state recreation area known as the human mind. You ask a passerby for directions, only to find he has no face or something. Suddenly up ahead, a door in the road. You swerve, narrowly avoiding the scary door.
Bordering in Wonderland, the Twilight Zone review.
I have combined the DNA of the world's most evil animals to make the most evil creature of them all.
It turns out it's man.
A little longer. And it went, this is a village without a name, on a planet that needs no name. 50 years earlier, at the end of the 20th century, a spaceship called the Pioneer 1 landed 100 people on its barren, lonely landscape. They had only one mission, that was to survive. And this they did, they and their children, and then their children's children, until the memory of the earth they came from became an indistinct and shadowed memory of another place, another time. They built their homes, made their food, married, delivered their children, and survived. And Earth, racked with wars and with the normal earthly preoccupations of the killing of one another, began to forget them, lose contact with them, and finally to abandon them. 1 month ago, a signal from Earth announced that a ship would be coming to pick them up and take them home. In just a moment, we'll hear more of that ship, more of that home, and what it takes out of mind and body to reach it. This is the Twilight Zone. So let's start it. But let's hear how it ended up. So pack your things, because on Thursday, we leave for home.
This is William Benteen, who officiates on a disintegrating outpost in space.
Captain Benteen!
Who left the Earth looking for a millennium. A place without war, without jeopardy, without fear.
You want to be a god!
It was a lonely, barren place whose only industry was survival. And this is what they've done for 3 decades, survive. Until the memory of the Earth they came from has become an indistinct and shadowed recollection of another time and another place. 1 month ago, a signal from Earth announced that a ship would be coming to pick them up and take them home. In just a moment, we'll hear more of that ship. More of that home and what it takes out of mind and body to reach it. This is the Twilight Zone.
Hello, citizens. Welcome to LIW The Twilight Zone, episode 351. Twilight Zone 1959, 416 on Thursday. We leave for home. Before we get into a couple things, this was the 3rd place on Twitter poll, TZ Twitter poll number 6. The 3rd place. Couple things on the calendar before we get into our introductions here, guys. Today is May 3rd of 2022. May 2nd of 2016, LIW Plus debuted which hosts our Anthology Plus episodes, as well as other stuff. And also 5/5 of 2020 is when we first did our live Anthology and Twilight Zone reviews on YouTube. So we're at 2 years, over 2 years now. We've been, almost, in 2 more days. Adam is the reason we started doing these live. And yeah, we're still going.
He's not alive anymore.
Who is not alive? He's Captain Benteen in this example.
Captain Benteen.
Yeah, but I thought it was important to note that we went live 2 years ago because it was definitely a change, and it brought on a lot of weird things like Filthy Twilight Zone and sharing things on the screen. Having a video to a podcast is definitely interesting to me. We didn't even think about we always had video on, Frank, but it was never like
it makes the conversation go better.
Yeah, it does. Anyway, I'm Phoenix West.
Franklin.
Do I look like the Penguin from the Batman?
A little bit.
With no makeup?
You need less makeup.
More hair.
Look, sweetheart.
I haven't seen the new Batman movie yet.
It's on HBO Max.
I don't have HBO Max now, I told you.
I know, but you got to get it just for that reason. You could be eating pizza tonight, watching The Batman, being bored for about 25% of the movie, and eating a good pizza.
You know what, though? Hulu Plus. Who are you? Dick. Who are you?
Am I? Dick Dickhead.
Okay, so Hulu actually has a lot of the movies I want to watch lately.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, they have Nightmare Alley. They have...
okay. Well, so there's HBO Max.
A lot of movies I can't think of, but they're like the new hub for Fox movies. Because
yes, because I think Disney owns it. Yeah, so that's why.
So they're putting those they're putting the Deadpool movies there, and they're putting a lot of that stuff that they can't play on Disney Plus. They're putting it there.
Yeah,
I watched a pretty good movie from Ryan Reynolds today.
Free Guy,
just recently.
Free Guy sucked.
The Adam Project or something.
Oh, okay.
Where
he's watching a kid from his past.
No, it's him.
Yeah, kid from his past.
No, kid. He is the kid
version of him. From
yes, thank you. That's what I mean. And I saw Time Cop, and they share the same space, and they don't melt.
No, whenever I watch that and I see time movies where they touch themselves, I'm like, no,
I don't buy that bullshit.
The first thing I went to wait a minute.
Don't waste my time with that bullshit.
I want the Scolari twins or whatever their names are splattered on the background. What are their names?
The Scolari brothers.
But
the Duplass brothers.
Duplass, thank you. Yeah, let me do this right off the bat so I don't forget. Filthy on Thursday we leave for home. Base scenario, in case you haven't seen it, but this because I am posting this on Facebook to a specific party, that's why I'm sharing this right off the bat. Because someone said, "Hey, share your link when you talk about this episode." Here we are. Episode is about, like what Rod said, they're stranded on this planet or asteroid or where the fuck it was for 30 years now. The year is now 1991. They're waiting for someone from Earth to come save them.
No, it's 2021.
No, it says 19. Well, okay, so
no,
it's
they landed
now.
in 1991.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So they have the thing there, and then the spaceship lands, and then they get taken. But the problem is the main plot of this is Brooks is like their god, like their savior. The reason they've been alive for 30 years is because of this guy. And he's not wrong. And that's what the point of the episode is you feel for both him and everyone else at the same time. That creates great conflict with the audience. You're not sure what you're supposed to be feeling because they're both correct. And then, like Dick said, this is one of the saddest episodes ever. But let's see the Filthy Twilight Zone for On Thursday We Leave for Home. Shall we? I'm waiting for a second. Okay, we got thumbs.
Anything?
No, nothing yet, Joe. Nothing yet.
They lost your Captain.
How's George?
Hot, flat, and unforgettable.
But wet?
Well, that's not fair. It doesn't happen often.
Once is often. More than once is intolerable. And many times more than once is the case history of a man named Albert Baines who likes his
Well, I prefer it to a game in the hot sun.
Game, Al? Prepare for on an hour.
There's a coming. Let me hear you say it.
There's a coming. There's a coming.
There's a coming.
There's a coming. There's a coming. There's a coming.
The majority of them are adults. Chronologically, yes. They range in age from 6 months to 60 years. But psychologically and socially, they're But naturally, we're going to together as a community. And I certainly am going to continue as your guide and consultant. And I guarantee that none of you will for my help or my advice. Don't you want me to tell you, Jojo? Don't me here! Don't me here!
I did the same thing when I saw that. The shit is coming. The shit is coming.
Once you watch them, and I know I'm making the Filthy Twilight Zones, I'm like, that one's pretty obvious. All right. My favorite one is when he, because it's a joke that you hear after you hear it. In the beginning, when he goes, "How's the beep?" And he's like,
wet.
"Cold, unforgiving, whatever he is." And he's like, "What is it? It's wet though."
It's wet.
That's a joke you get way
Yeah,
after the fact you hear the beep.
I forgot. I was going to mention, Captain Benteen manhandles every woman in this colony.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
notice. He's like all over the women every time.
His wife right
They're
in
just,
front of him.
they're just a bunch of crows begging for
Oh, yeah,
fucking maggots.
Captain Benteen is getting it right there.
There are a lot of Filthy Twilight Zones to check out on LIWstudios.com or Lord King of Wonderland on YouTube if you're checking this out on Facebook because of the link I'm sharing. But
They have so many more hits than this show.
yes. The last one I posted, did you see it, Dick? The silence one?
I think so.
Well, I shared it in the last episode, but I also put
Yeah.
it on YouTube on Saturday.
Yeah, how many is that now?
Already, it's not a lot, but it's way more than our show does. But it's already at 239 views.
Wow, that's pretty good.
But it's only been 3 days.
That's still good. Still better than anything we've ever done.
Yeah, people do not give a shit about our live show.
Nope.
Since we finished the original run, it's been a ghost land.
Yep.
We've been prisoners of the ghost land.
I will karate chop you.
Well, YouTube was never our primary.
No. But
if we actually tried to do YouTube videos, that'd be different.
yeah, and that was a lot of Adam and I's conversations. We
Yeah.
don't try,
No, I literally forget that we're even on YouTube most of the time.
right? Because this is exactly what it looked like before we went to YouTube.
Yeah, no.
Only we're on Skype and it was fucking terrible.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Fuck Skype.
Uh-huh.
Why do you take that personally, Frank? You're not Skype.
I don't know, because you can always look at me for some reason. Like,
Frank Skype links.
and that only started because all I wanted to do was share a video with Dicker down there, and he had this fucking Skype meltdown.
Oh, it's terrible. It was so bad.
No,
And,
Frank, it
I had to get
started
it again, and
you know why I get pissed? Because it almost tore apart you, me, and Adam. Because we had so many problems. It turns out it was Chrome's fault. Like, you remember how many problems we had when we first started? Like, everyone was like echoing and delayed, and we were just like arguing. And I'm like, and then Jansen's like, "Oh, it's Chrome."
Yeah,
it
was annoying as shit. It was
But like,
extremely annoying.
that's why I'm fucking fed up with Skype. And before that, we're like, so anyway, or you would just drop.
Yeah, a lot of dropping. Yeah.
Yeah, that.
If
I
it
don't
didn't
hate-
happen during the show, we were like, "Wow, it didn't happen."
Dropping it like it's JoJo.
Yeah, you get your knuckles deep like JoJo.
Oh, baby.
JoJo, director of the last episode.
I want to go to
No,
Earth.
no. It's the
And this
son of the
episode.
director. Son
And
of
this episode, we have. Oh, sorry. The last one was Seagal. This is Buzz Kulik. Yeah.
Yeah. Buzz Kulik's kid was JoJo.
Really?
His
Interesting.
real name is Danny Kulik, son of Buzz Kulik, who directed a bunch of episodes.
What's Buzz short for anyway?
But Bazaniel. I don't know.
Buzzard.
You know what I'm gonna type into Google right now? What is the name Buzz short for? I bet it's like Burtis.
I think William.
The name Buzz is primarily a male name of American origins that means village in the woods, short from Busby, B-U-S-B-Y.
I quit the English language.
Wow, that's really true.
Hello, Busby.
What's up, Josh?
Busby.
Oh, Buzz Aldrin, born Edwin Eugene Aldrin, Jr.
Junior.
Where the fuck did Buzz come from?
Why was he
The
called
nickname Buzz after his younger sister mispronounced brother as Buzzer. See Bud. He legally changed his name to Buzz in 1988.
That's a long way to
almost
go.
2 decades after he walked on the moon.
That's a long way to go for that nickname.
After you walk on the moon, you pretty much can name yourself.
Hey,
That's
sometimes
good.
you wait 20 years and then legally change your name to what you want. Okay,
It's
guys.
Probably
Oh,
money
back
things.
the
You
fuck
get,
off.
probably money things. So you get
I
royalties
get
on
it.
his name.
You did that.
I did that. All right.
I get it. I get it.
After I said, I'm like, wait, he just did it.
You know what's sad is the way I look right now on the show is how I looked in the courtroom. Hey, Judge, I have not committed any felonies as far as I know. Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor. That was me in the court. It's the exact same thing because it was virtual courtroom.
Oh, wow.
And he goes like, I legally pronounce you, or, thank you so much, Mr. West. I'm like, you're. Thank you.
This
All
is
right,
the greatest day of my life.
Frank's right.
Don't leave me. Don't leave me here.
I think the most shocking part of this episode is that they actually showed a chick swinging in the wind.
Yeah, that was great.
And I said he prepares for sex in that scene. That was my personal favorite joke in that episode.
Cut her down. Time for Captain Bentine.
Like, prepare for beep in an hour.
Captain Bentine's R&R is ready.
That was my favorite joke. But all right, so a Thursday relief for home debuted May 2nd, 1963, which was a year and 49 years ago, right? Am I wrong?
Oh, roughly, yeah.
80, 90, 01,
Yeah.
02, 59 years ago. Sorry.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
This is one of the only, or maybe one of two fourth season episodes that actually benefited from it being an hour long, because you almost needed that time to set up the you caring about the end result of it all, because you needed all that time to flush out the characters.
Perfect point. And it is okay. So do you remember when we did our season 4 wrap up, Frank? Did I vote this my favorite one of the season? I'm pretty sure I did.
If you didn't, I would have argued with you.
You might have, but I don't remember our arguments.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I argue with you on everything. So
yeah, exactly. So
I think it was like this and Printer's Devil, and then everything else.
So for me, it's the
robot.
No, it's the mannequins, the wax figures of the killers.
Oh yeah, me and you didn't agree with that.
But I think this is my favorite one because let's look at season 4. And Dick, bear with us because you didn't see any of these.
No, I've seen it. Some of them, I just don't
In his
remember.
image. Okay,
it was all
Fathom Grave.
Loved
way
it.
too long.
I
have a
I
like.
with that. Yeah,
He's Alive. Great performance by Dennis Hopper, who's way too good for Twilight Zone.
yeah.
Dennis Hopper is the only actor in this entire series, I would say, dude, you're wasting your time on Twilight Zone, man.
Yeah.
He's so good in that. You're like, you're not a Twilight Zone actor. You're an actual actor.
The only other one was Redfro. Redfro. Yeah.
Redfro.
Redford.
Redford.
Well,
Yeah.
Robert Redford's like good, but he's not too good for
He was really
Dennis
good.
Hopper in that episode. You watch it, and you're like, you are wasting your time, man.
He was so fucking good.
You are so good. Everyone else around you, they might as well be wax figures like in the other episode. 405, Mute. Sucks.
Ugh.
It's way too long. Death Ship, 406.
Ugh.
407 can go fuck itself without hearing anything from Frank.
Jezebel. Hell yeah. Loved it.
408, Miniature. An episode starring Robert Duvall that fucking sucks.
Sexy, man. What?
Sucks. He talks to dolls for an hour. Printer's Devil. Great episode.
Yeah. The Burge.
No Time Like the Past. One of my least favorite episodes of this entire series.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fuck that episode.
Which one's that about?
It's where he goes back in time a bunch of fails. Over and over and over for an hour.
Just like Groundhog Day.
But failure and no jokes.
And the way it was edited, it went from like...
Oh, like the Topher Grace one. Try.
Yeah, but there's no Stephen Tobolowsky to be like, Ned Ryerson? Yeah, you don't get that. There's no humor, no funniness, nothing. The Parallel, a way too long episode for what it is. That needs to be a season 1 episode. It would have been a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
I Dream of Jeannie, probably the most voted bottom 15 episodes, I'd say.
Next to the Bard.
The New Exhibit, an episode I love too much, I will acknowledge, but frankly, that was okay. I love it.
That's the serial killer one.
Of late, I think of Cliffordville. I like that one too.
Yeah.
That one's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible World of Horace Ford, an episode we bitched about so much, I had to split it into 2 episodes for our podcast. Because we went on for 3 hours.
Bad. It was
about how stupid it is. This episode, Passage on the Lady Anne, which is bad but boring. So we had nothing to say about it. It sucks. And then, literally,
the worst
episode of the series.
Well, that and Bewitching Pool.
No, this one is worse
because it's an hour long.
Frank and Dick, the Bard, with who's our main star in that episode?
Shakespeare.
Burt fucking Reynolds.
Oh yeah, him.
Was it really? He's in that?
Burt goddamn Reynolds.
This was before he hit that hot Sally Field ass.
But look at this. It's a comedy episode for an hour long. Oh my god, it sucks so bad.
Ooh.
Wait till you see. Are they going to show Burt Reynolds eventually?
Oh my god, they all go
There
back
he
in
is.
time. Oh shit. Why am I in this episode?
She looks like Colonel Sanders.
Even he.
What's the
Burt Reynolds
matter,
feels
Colonel
terrible.
Sanders?
This sums up everything.
Turkey?
Yeah.
This image is all you need.
That's it. That's the episode. Why am I here?
Looks like a bald cap.
I fucking. You know what? When I did my NBA bracket here for the playoffs, I put the Bard on there. I don't think it made it. I think it's gone already, but
It's gone.
I wanted to see what Dick thought about it.
I'll watch it.
Because I've only seen an episode twice now. Because it's not something you rewatch, and they do not put this on any sort of.
Is there any commentary track on it?
I can't imagine, but if it is, it's like Mark Scott Zickery going fuck, and then an hour later he goes this. So Dick, you listened to the commentary, right?
Yes.
Did you listen to both?
I did not listen to both. I
did.
listened to silence. Yeah.
So I listened to Mark Scott Zickery and someone else. And
Right.
it was fine. It was a fine listening, and they're talking the whole time.
Okay.
And then I listened to the second one, which I don't know who it was. But I've heard them before on commentary. And it's the guy who wrote a book on Rod Serling, and then his like comatose drug-induced friend who is like, I know what you mean, man. Like, I was thinking we should. What were you saying? Like, that's the fucking podcast. It's a podcast back then. It's commentary track. It's a podcast.
Really? That's terrible.
Because it's the guy going. He's literally reading his book, word for word, and he's like, and then Rod said it was due to this, and then I looked into it, and it was more like and I'm like, oh my god, you're so boring.
That's great, man. It's far out.
But the other guy is nonchalant, borderline comatose. He's on Zorathine. He's so fucking boring.
Is there any hot chicks in this episode?
I already fixed it, Frank. I corrected it twice already.
Hey, man.
I was letting Dick
Late to the party there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
No, it's so boring, but eventually, like 40 minutes in, they like open up finally. I'm like, all right, this is fun.
Did you laugh? Did you laugh during the meteor shower?
You mean the thunderstorm?
The thunderstorm, yeah. Because shit, did you notice that some of the extras got pelted by those rocks? Like, I think that must have really hurt too, because it's just basically someone throwing them, or they're launching from some kind of cannon.
No, because the rocks were post-production.
Post-production. What do you mean?
Those rocks and the lighting effects were all post.
Really?
Yes.
I saw someone get hit with a rock, though. They fell down.
No, you think that. They put that in after.
They couldn't have done that. They have technology
No,
for that then.
Yeah,
they did.
Yeah.
Maybe for the string of like the ones that had
why were you
tails
not,
on them.
why are you fighting this? That's what they did.
I don't care.
I know.
But no,
That's what my devil's advocate.
Hey, they got rocks coming at them. It's some guy off stage doing it.
Great ass.
You got 4
Fucking
days
your
to shoot it. Captain Pendleton.
Okay, so yeah, they did
His
that.
power came
afterward.
from his lines.
They must have done an overlay on a negative because I don't know how else they would have done that.
They just spliced 2 film together.
Exactly, but you shoot one on a negative and then you play over it. But
Okay.
it's just that. But you know,
I mean, you know, it was like
you ever watch Frank as a Pink Floyd fan? Clearly behind you. I was trying to explain to my wife. We're listening to the Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon. And she's like, "Oh yeah, it's actually not that bad." And I go, "It's actually not that bad," but you realize how hard this was to do in 1973. You only had 4 tracks back then. They had the loop and loop and loop and loop and loop. Like there's 20, 24 tracks in some of these songs. They had to play that over and over and over this other track and like loop it like so many times. And I didn't realize until I watched the documentary of Dark Side of the Moon. I'm like, God damn, that music's even better. Like how much they had to do.
Most of it's on Live from Pompeii.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a whole separate documentary about it as well.
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty decent, but
it's on Amazon Prime, I think.
But watching the behind the scenes, you go, God damn, that was so much work. And it makes you think like the visual effects. I would like to see something about that, of not specifically this episode, but like how they did that back then, because they would like.
Well, one of the cool ones is War of the Worlds. If you watch that one, that's pretty ingenious what they did.
It like back in the 20s,
there was only ever one ship, but they always did 3s. But it was like they filmed 3 different ones. Yeah.
Back in the 20s through the 50s, they would literally scratch on the negative and then expose it and then show that over top of the film that you're seeing. And it would do this cool effect. And then it became like a rear projection thing in the 50s. Or they did that earlier, but like mainstream 50s, 60s, 70s.
Yeah, rear
and
projection.
70s started doing the matte paintings, the 60s as well. But really,
I think it was like Kubrick did a lot of rear projection shit.
A lot of big directors did rear projection, especially in the 40s and 50s. Like when they're driving the car, you get that out the window thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it was effective. But I would like to see how they did this exactly, specifically this episode, because it's just it's really simple. It didn't cost a whole lot because this episode was really cheap.
The best out the window car driving scene ever is Airplane. When he's heading to the airport, he's going like this, like that. He's not even spinning the wheel.
And he runs over the bike and the bikers.
Yeah.
It's good
stuff.
Oh yeah. Striker. Get me Striker.
Ted Striker?
So
his name was George Zip. George Zip said that.
Okay, so Thursday we leave for home. Frank, you mentioned earlier it benefits from the hour-long episode. Everyone agrees with you. This is before I listened to the commentary episodes when we first did this episode. We did this with Adam. That was on. Look up when that was. Oh. Here we go. That was on January 14th of 2020.
Wow.
2.5 years ago.
Man.
That was me. You were not here, Adam or Frank. That was just me and just me, apparently. Was I by myself?
Probably.
By myself.
But I will say, because I do have these episodes listed of like if Frank was there for the Redux, and this is one you were not there for. So you were not there originally. I knew that ahead of time. I don't know why I said that wrong, but yeah, so I'm glad you're finally able to chip in here. What are your thoughts on this episode? I'm curious because I fucking love this. It's my favorite of season 4.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite season 4 too. It's like I said, it's good. I mean, it's good. I mean, I like how I like where they went with it. I like how Benteen kind of lost his shit the way he did. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of interesting direction that Rod took this.
Well, it's one of those episodes where everybody's right. You know, you can agree with everybody. They're pretty much not wrong, and their hearts are in the right place both ways.
This is the first thing I said in the podcast.
It's hard to do.
All
it's
three
hard to do
characters
that.
are right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny how I started it with liking Benteen, and at the end I fucking hated him.
Well, I understood why he was saying it. Like it was one, yes, the captain's right. He's losing that edge that he has, that power, and he's afraid
He's
to
not
lose
really
it.
a captain though. He's not.
Right.
He holds no title whatsoever.
Well,
yeah.
Pause here, because the commentary they bring up a point that I haven't really thought of. Is he goes, he's Captain Benteen, but the crew that was originally on that ship that brought him there, they never
were
mentioned
civilians.
them. They never mentioned who
He
they
was
are.
15 years
Yeah.
old.
Yeah,
exactly.
He was a kid. Yeah.
So that
He's just-
crew is long dead.
Yeah.
And who knows? I love the fact that they do not go into detail on any of this. They have an hour and they still skim over it. And
What-
I'm perfectly fine with that.
Getting
It
back
doesn't
to
matter.
the chick that hung herself, she couldn't hang in there for another couple days.
Well, she could have. They just took her down the barrier.
Well, they didn't know.
They knew that
the ship wasn't coming yet.
Yeah,
They
no,
didn't know
yes,
that.
it was. Yes, it
No,
was.
no, they don't.
Yes, they did.
They didn't know that, Frank.
Yes, they did.
No, Rod goes, a ship is coming. They don't know that because the radio equipment didn't receive that. Rod, the only reason we know ahead of time is because Rod says it, but they do not know
No,
that.
Benteen says it.
No, he doesn't.
No, he says there's a ship coming in the prayer at the funeral.
Yeah, he just says it.
But it's more or less
keep them
that-
alive. He didn't
Yeah.
actually hear the signal because why else would he keep scanning for in the horizon for anything? He
Okay.
didn't know.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I was actually surprised, Frank, when you played the Rod Serling clip, and I go, "Oh, Rod says that."
Maybe
But
that's
the
why I
characters
thought
don't know that.
Okay, then I fucked that up then. All right.
No, it's perfectly acceptable because Rod tells you, but the characters themselves do not know. He doesn't make that indication clear.
I just assumed that they would know.
No.
I know.
I-
You would think as soon as they found out, it's like, holy shit! Like this is like,
Yeah.
because
Let's go ahead. Sorry.
no, I'm just saying because like literally the fucking ship lands like a day after they bury the bitch,
Yes, but when they show
and they knew a month ahead of time.
his whole speech of a ship is coming, is
People,
literally
what I'm saying is like
blind faith.
No, but what I'm saying is they knew a month ahead of time before the ship got there.
They didn't though, because I could play the clip here in a second.
That's fine.
Because when the captain arrives, he goes, "We've been messaging you. Do you not get them?" He's like, "No." They didn't get anything from them. Dick, you heard that, right?
Yeah. Well, that's what I was assuming because they were always on the radio looking. All they were static.
Here it is. I don't want to bully too much, though.
Mr. Benteen?
So he got their radio frequencies.
I'm Benteen.
Colonel Sloan, commanding the Galaxy 6. Our orders are to transport you all back to Earth.
All right, I don't want to play too much.
Is that are they Miami Heat hats?
Yeah, they're big fans.
White out. Okay.
We tried to transmit to you, Mr. Benteen, but we just simply couldn't get through.
There you go.
It's like, is he going to toss him?
Did you hear him, Frank?
Yeah, I heard him.
Yeah, that's the point. Is it's completely blind faith before that ship arrives.
Okay, fair enough.
And you can tell that happens like once every 3.5, 4 weeks, where they go out and they're like, "A ship is coming." Oh, they hung herself. Oh, she hung herself.
Another swinger on my ship.
And he just does it to keep their morale up.
Can you imagine if she was the hottest piece of ass? on the
Which I guess he they call him captain because he's a leader, and he is
Yeah.
a leader. So, in that respect, he has earned the title. But
yeah, I have no problem with that.
Do you think it would have been creepier if they called him Father?
they might as well have.
Father Benteen, because that would have been like.
Well, that was the
not
whole
only-
point of the episode is how
Right.
he was basically a god. I mean, Rod
It's like the religious kind of connotation about it would like be off-putting more, or it would be a little bit too too darker.
No,
maybe?
that episode would have been the Old Man in the Cave, which we talked about in season 5.
Old Man in the Cave was a robot. Wasn't
Yes,
it?
but it's
It was
the
a
same
mainframe.
idea. Where
Yeah, where you don't listen to the Old Man in the Cave
for
and it kills
some
you.
reason, it's giving you orders, follow them blindly.
No.
Oh, I
That's
have a
what I find
question.
Far more interesting about this episode is you see the guy, and the whole point of the episode is him not willing to accept the fact that he's not in that position anymore.
But he thinks they're children, they can't help themselves, they're not going to survive on their own.
Yeah,
and he's worried about that. I think there is a real reason to have that feeling, because he's not wrong.
Oh, definitely. Yeah,
these people are not going to survive if they don't have the right set of circumstances.
Well,
right, but he was 15 when he was on Earth, so how would he fucking?
This is true.
But also he kept them alive, so I get that
Yeah.
understanding on his
Yeah.
side. But also he's not wrong. But when he goes, when we get to Earth, we're going to stay together so we can survive. He's
Right.
not wrong there. He's doing it for a selfish reason, perhaps. But I also believe at first they probably should stay together.
I would think so,
There's
yeah.
a reason there's a place called Chinatown in New York. You know what I mean? Like,
There's a reason any
have
group
a
of people
big
who
teen town.
emigrates to somewhere else stays together for a little bit. And then once you're established and you're like, I understand the local culture, and local culture here literally means another fucking planet.
Yeah.
So it's completely foreign. And when he says this whole like their children's speech, and maybe not chronologically,
when
they're
the
adults,
Pilgrims
but-
came here, they stayed together. They didn't just start, occupying different lakes they found. You know what I mean?
yeah, you got to go. Then you go out in machetes and chop down the local indigents. I get it.
Yeah.
But when he goes, their children.
First you establish,
socially-
and then you
socially,
spread
their
smallpox.
their children socially. I completely agree with him.
Yeah.
But his assumption is what makes it bad. Assumption is we'll always be together. Fuck you in Wisconsin. Fuck you in Oregon. Fuck you there. We're going wherever
San
they give us
Diego,
land.
for some reason, San Diego was mentioned like fucking 3 times.
Yeah, but he could have been like, hey, at first, until we're comfortable, can we please, like, he doesn't give him a ultimatum or a beg, like, from the heart. He just
He's
goes,
demanding it.
we're doing this.
Yeah.
And that's where you get the confliction of he might be wrong here.
I almost thought
Yes,
the way
Will.
that this episode was going to go, since they had all this attention brought on by the weight and like what they could carry with them on the ship, and it was a very precarious situation because there might be too much weight. I thought it was going to be they're all loading the ship and one person has to stay behind, and Captain Bentine's the one that's like, oh, well, you guys go. I'm going to stay here for the good of my people. I have to
That
stay
makes
here
sense.
for you. I thought that was where the episode was going to go, but no, it's much worse.
That actually is a good point. I never thought
Yeah,
about that.
I almost thought that was going to be the episode because that's happened, but I think in radio shows and other kind of episodes that are similar to this.
I wanted to ask you guys. Oh, yeah, I just wanted to ask you. Say you had a choice of whether to, live the rest of your life, but it's going to be bad or whatever, and the Earth is fucking doomed or whatever. Not doomed, but
Already there. Okay.
right.
I'm here. I'm living that dream right now.
Or you can go test your luck and maybe end up on a desert at rock surrounded by 2 suns somehow. But whatever. Would you leave, or would you just stick it out here?
Here's the thing. I would have originally stayed on Earth. But once they're there, I'm going back to Earth without any thought.
Fuck yes.
I'm gonna go, this fucking sucks, out of here. So it really
You mean
depends on the situation.
You mean to tell me there's no rear projection asteroid's going to hit me in the face on Earth? I'm in. I want off this fucking planet.
Post-production asteroid.
I don't want.
There's no digital scratch.
I don't want to sleep in a cave where fucking JoJo's uncle is going to come and molest me in the middle of the night.
You're really hung up on JoJo. It's
I really am.
really weird.
JoJo is the only kid in the episode. It's kind of creepy. He's the only child.
Why are you so stuck on that?
And he looked like a monkey. He was just an ugly looking kid. He was just this ugly child.
I feel like
Tell us about Earth, Captain.
I feel like I need to play another Filthy Twilight Zone episode.
Can I kiss you, Captain?
What episode does this remind you of, Frank? Asteroid, Earth comes to get him.
The Lonely.
The Lonely.
Yeah.
Season 1, episode 7, if I'm not mistaken.
6.
Let me pull up
Episode 6.
Filthy Twilight Zone for The Lonely.
Corey.
Was
Who
it
are you?
Shelley, or what was the name of
It's the first episode.
I'm Alicia. What's your name?
That's right, Felicia.
This is
Felicia.
The first episode of Filthy Twilight Zones. The first one I ever did. Here we go.
This is represents desert. The desert that you'll see on your screen in a story we call The Lonely. The Lonely is about a man sentenced to a lifetime of solitary confinement. The confinement takes place on a asteroid far out in space. It's the story about a man slowly succumbing to a kind of nightmarish loneliness, a gradual disintegration of mind and body because human beings have that palpable need for most benevolent and compassionate official sends the prisoner a long rectangular containing, well, a machine. A machine inside of a robot built in the form of a woman.
Robot.
It's a robot that like a human being. A robot that thinks like a human being. Gentlemen, I can only tell you that The Lonely, which involves a man and a woman made out of plastic and wires with a machine for a will provide a most bizarre experience. As to the physiological extensions of their relationship, that is, man and female, and what they do in their spare time, we're leaving this open.
So it turns out I didn't know anything from the episode, but you get the idea.
That works fine.
It's Jack Warden from Dirty Work.
Yeah. And used cars.
Yeah, he's on an asteroid and he's stranded and he's a prison sentence there.
Felicia!
But it's very similar to this episode. There's a lot of desert episodes. It's this,
Well, they're cheap.
Home, The Lonely,
Cheap to shoot that.
The Rip Van Winkle Keeper.
That's true, yeah.
Frank knows me and my inability to say that title.
Rip Van Winkle Keeper.
King
Probably because I've never done this show sober. That's probably why, Frank.
Yeah, King
If
Nine.
I'm sober, I'm able to say it.
Maybe.
Rip Van Winkle Keeper.
Rip Van Winklekeeper. It's
Rip
not even
Van
a tongue
Winklekeeper.
twister. I mean,
It's not. I just can't say it. But anyway, there's a lot of like desert
gold.
100 Yards Over the Rim as well, going off memory.
Yeah.
Desert episodes where they just shot in the desert. And they drove 100 miles outside of LA.
Amazingly enough, this one on 30 Wheeling Film was not shot in the desert. It was all inside.
Yeah, well, clearly, I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of episodes in the desert. This one would have benefited from a real location, but however, they shot in a studio on the Time Machine set, and which was 50.
That's right. Yeah. No, 63.
63, really?
I think it was 60. It might have been 60, maybe. Maybe it's 1960.
On another set with props from another movie. The same
MGM.
movie.
Well,
No,
MGM. That's why. Hey, MGM. Why not? It's cheap.
Which is funny. Like the last like 5 fucking TZ original TZ
Has
episodes.
Guy Pearce been alive that long?
Who? I'm saying
Guy Pearce.
The last like 4 or 5 episodes we've done
remake.
The last one is all Forbidden Planet shit.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, yeah.
We get the same ship from Forbidden Planet.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the same ship that ends up at the end of. It's a cookbook.
Yeah.
This episode is way fucking better than that, and nobody will ever acknowledge that.
Well, the performances are
boring slog.
The performances. What keeps this episode from being what it is, keeps it going, is Brooks. Is Brooks Adler. James Whitmore, yeah, he's the best. I mean, he's just phenomenal actor. He is, theater trained. He's
Like,
got that voice.
I didn't know that was Brooks until like last week.
Well, sure, yeah.
We talked about in the original. Oh, you weren't here.
Well, he's such a charismatic actor, and he's so good.
Time Machine, 1960.
Yeah, Time Machine, 1960. Yep.
I thought that was 53 for some reason.
Ain't that old?
A man's vision for utopia society is a disillusion when traveling forward in time reveals a dark and dangerous society. I've seen a lot of the original, but not the whole thing, so I didn't rate it. I didn't add it to my list, but I've seen the Guy Pearce remake. And let me tell you,
Time Machine
sucks.
It's not very good.
No.
You know that was directed by H.G. Wells' great grandson,
Herbert Wells.
Yeah, and he broke down and he
Am I
couldn't.
right on the name? I just guessed.
No, I think it's Simon Wells, something like that. Okay. But he broke down and he couldn't finish the movie, so I think they got some other guy to come in. I think Martin Campbell directed it last minute. Or
Simon
somebody.
Wells.
Yeah, Simon Wells. But he broke down. I'm just like, if you break down over that movie, you're not going to make it in any movie because shit.
Maybe Guy Pearce was, he's Australian mean at me. I don't like it. Fuck up your bugger. What? He directed Simon Wells' Time Machine, Prince of Egypt, Flushed Away, his art department, Spirit the Stallion.
Yeah, he's a lot. I think it was an
a
animator.
lot of. He does a lot of those non-Disney cartoons.
No.
Minions, Kung Fu Panda 3, Finding Dory. There's Disney finally. How to Train Your Dragons, The Hidden World. Crude's a New Age. Nick
There you
Cage,
go.
hungry bitch. Yeah.
Did he do Paddington too?
He did. He directed Balto. Oh, this guy did a lot of movies I liked growing up. An American Tale, Flower Goes West.
Oh, wow. Okay. You directed that?
We're Back, A Dinosaur Story.
I didn't watch that one.
I like that one. Balto, the dog movie. Never saw it.
Didn't care for that one.
Prince of
My brother
Egypt.
liked that one.
Never saw that one.
That was
Time
okay,
Machines.
yeah.
Mars Needs Moms.
That's a bad one. That's one of the biggest bombs of all time. Is Mars Needs Moms.
The Brilliant World of Time Gates. He took 12 years off directing to do this.
Well, that's what. Yeah,
Now he's directing Save the Cat.
Oh
no!
The screenwriting book, the movie.
It might be there's zero. Sharon Stone was offered a role is the only trivia. Oh, Patrick Schwarzenegger was offered a role as well. That's the only trivia.
Patrick Schwarzenegger's acting now. Oh God.
Okay, so on Thursday we leave for home. I fucking love this episode. James Whitmore steals this episode, and I understand and I feel for him, regardless of if he's at fault or not. He's not wrong to feel the way he is. That's what makes it a good story or character story.
Right.
My favorite anythings, like my favorite movies, TV shows, are story or character driven episodes or movies. As long as I care about the character a little bit, not even a lot. As long as I give a shit, I like it way more than I should. This episode does that really fucking well. And this is why Frank was saying this needs to be an hour episode. Because if this were half an hour, it would just be like, ship is here. Here we go. Don't lose. It would be the little people.
The message would be so lost.
It would get so fucking buried.
Yeah.
It would be the little people, really.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Same episode.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if that guy dies. Great. He's killed by his own statue. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
I
no,
don't care.
he's killed by giants, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right.
The little
don't care.
The little people.
Oh, little people. That's right. It's right. I remember that. Whoa! The big hand comes down and smashes him.
Oh, whoops!
Ah!
I was waiting for the scream.
Yeah, it's just so it's that off-camera screen.
I love when they were talking. Like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's our new god.
Except the big people are like, "Oh, I crushed him! Oh no!"
Oh, yeah. What the
Bunch
fuck
of
is that?
boulders fall next to him.
Oh, Jesus Christ! What is that?
No, the ending's fine, but you know what I mean? Like, you don't really care about the characters. And this one, it's similar to He's Alive. You really spend time with the character in an otherwise forgettable story. If it was half an hour, I wouldn't care about the story. But He's Alive, Dennis Hopper, and this one, James Whitmore, make me care about the character. Those are two I feel benefit from being an hour. The rest of the season, no. No.
Even like of late, I think of Clifford's Will would have probably been better as a half hour. Yeah.
I agree. And I love that episode.
And same with Printer's Devil. I mean, Printer's Devil could have been a half hour just fine. Like there was a lot of padding in that.
But then you cut out like he knew about the guy sticking his gum underneath his table desk.
It's like
whatever nonsense the devil knows about, like mediocre bullshit. Like
a polygamist. So
oh yeah. He's a polygamist.
Let me call the school and verify that. Like
he littered outside of a cafeteria.
Holy shit! Extra.
Kill the man. Yeah, it's exactly. But that would have benefited from being cut short.
Yeah,
so much in season 4, but this one would have lost a lot being cut down.
Yeah, this one 30,000. Yep. 20,000.
30,000 what?
Nothing.
That's a half hour one.
No, the Phantoms one, the 20,000 Phantoms or something.
Oh, yeah.
I was saying that as a joke. I know you hate it. Has a submarine in it though.
No, but I think that episode also would have benefited from being a lot shorter. The 30 Fathom Grave.
Yeah, like how many times do we need to see the dead crew going?
It's fucking. It keeps going and going and going, and that's a Bill Bixby episode. And
kept doing that.
Ding ding ding.
Ding, ding, ding. How many times do you have to come up, talk, and then go back down? Come up, talk, go back down.
You could tell they're like the fourth time. He's like, "All right, that's great. I don't know. I guess go back down because we still got.
You cold? I've been warmer, sir. All right, well, you're going back down. Fuck."
But it feels like the actors themselves are representations of the script in that movie, in that episode, where they're like, I don't fucking know, man. We got 22 more pages. Go back down. Have fun. And he's like, come on, man. Why? They're just going tink, tink, tink. It's dead bodies. I saw it already. I'll reveal it later, I guess, if you want. But holy shit. Can I just say tell it now?
Do I wear gloves this time down or no?
5 fathoms down, I knew what the twist was going to. Come on. Yeah, it's one of those episodes. It's not a bad episode. Like,
no, it's too long.
Passage and the Lady Anne is a bad episode, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Which one?
Boring as fuck.
The next episode after this. Passage and the Lady Anne.
Yeah, that's right.
A bunch of old people drinking around tables and reminiscing.
Ghost Titanic.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I don't remember how it ends.
It doesn't. It just ends. There is no twist. There's no.
Did the couple die? Do they die?
They're all dead.
But does the couple die?
Yeah, they're all dead.
So I don't give a shit.
It literally ended with the ship sailing away. Like nothing happened.
I just don't care.
An hour later, nothing happened. Amazing.
But this episode, I forgot to change my background. Thanks, guys.
Well, I didn't see a screen behind you. Oh,
scroll.
Yeah. Oh, that's
the background. I don't really care about. I will change it though.
Oh, that okay. Mm-hmm.
But the scroll on the bottom, I do definitely want to change. People are going to be very confused.
Oh yeah.
But
all Josh of them.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, Josh. By the way, yeah. I see that.
Anyone who watches the Filthy Twilight Zone won't even notice, so they're fine. So all of our viewers will not care.
Very good.
But Dick, first time watching this episode.
Well, did Dick answer my question? You did.
What?
Dick didn't answer.
Well, Dick's falling asleep, so I was answering for him.
No, but my it keeps doing the wavy. I think my internet connection keeps going in and out.
Just leave the studio real quick and come back.
Yeah, because it keeps doing that shit.
Let's do it real quick, and we'll get back to you. Frank, out of 10, what do you give this now? Watching it again. You watched it again, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you give it?
An 8.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 8.1 on IMDb. It's about there.
I gave it
a 9.
Yeah, Frank gave it an 8. I gave it a 9. I really enjoyed this episode, and I think it made my top 10 of all the episodes, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but what do we do with you, me, and Adam? Was Adam here for that? Was he alive? I have to go back quite a ways here, but I'll look into it. But I know I voted this in my top whatever we did.
I don't remember.
I'm going back right now.
Yeah, you mean your top overall?
Yeah.
So
we did our wrap-up episode.
I know you. I'm pretty sure you put this one in your top 10.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did.
Because I remember talking about it with you because it was on the only fourth season that made it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we did. It was me, you, and Adam on December 8th of 2020. We did our original series wrap-up episode. I put this on my list because I fucking love this episode. I give it a 9. Frank gave it an 8. Dick, what do you give this episode?
I'm going to go 8.5 on it.
So 9. Great.
An 8.5. It's not quite a 9, but it's almost there.
Cool. You give it a 9.
It's an 8.5.
8.1.
8.5 rounded up is 9.
It's an 8.4.
Okay, so an 8.
8.5. No, it just I wanted to you should have spliced this episode with lines from Why you got your gooses on there?
Here's Dick with my voting.
I'm not down.
Banzai. Sorry,
I
guys.
won't be seen for another 25, 50 years. That episode was you couldn't find episode until 2016. Original air
banned.
date
It was
that's
banned.
amazing. It was banned. Like, that's amazing.
The only episode
that episode was banned.
Which is funny. It's the first. It was like one of the first 5 I've ever watched in my life.
Yeah, which is on VHS. Yeah, it's crazy. I wish I still had that. But no, just you need to get Shawshank Redemption and splice it with this episode and have Red talk about Brooks.
Oh, Josh Farmer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I kept saying Josh.
Oh my.
Oh,
San Francisco. I was born there.
You dirty little Jap.
Josh Farmer.
He's an IndyCar media member.
What is your favorite TV episode?
Is Josh the guy that watched Beyond Belief with us?
No, that's Jared.
Jared. Whatever.
Did you invite? Okay, we might have to do it Friday. By the way,
I won't be home.
Bonsai.
Well, if Jared's here, that's fine.
They'll take your spot, and you get ahead of you.
No, probably.
Yeah, I'm just curious because
that long
Saturday
uphill battle.
We're doing UFC. We're going to UFC here in Phoenix all Saturday, the whole day, and then Sunday is Mother's Day, and I feel bad recording at night, so we might have to do it Friday.
That's fine. Just let me know.
Anyway, yeah, trivia for this. Dick, you watched the commentary. I watched both commentary tracks with the boring book writer and the other guy who's even more boring somehow. Yeah. And the Mark Zickery and some other guy one. Did you glean anything from those commentary tracks?
I didn't hear the commentary for this one. I just watched it for the silence.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I did not watch this one. And you just told me they were terrible, so I'm glad I didn't watch them.
Josh is just being a fucking suck up here.
Shadow play. Shadow play.
Josh said shadow play.
He just said shadow play. He's repeating himself.
What else?
No, it is his favorite.
It's his favorite.
Yeah, he just got the Blu-rays like about a month ago.
Okay, well, I want to see what else is on his slate here.
Top three or top 5? What do you think?
He didn't watch this episode. He said
he rightfully skipped season 4, which he's like the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah, they never show these episodes.
They play of latest with Cliffordville, and they call it good.
Yeah, because they do not want to bother with these episodes.
They play Jezebel.
They play Jezebel, and they play the first Valley of the Shadow. They play sometimes.
Valley of the Shadow,
the robot one, or no, in his image.
I was gonna say that's not what it's called.
Which Valley of the Shadow? No, that's the town where they have the little things and they make the dog disappear.
Oh yeah.
That one's fine.
Oh
God. The first episode I watched was You Drive. Luckily I stuck with it.
That's
which one's the You Drive episode?
It's bad. It's really
a good one. Death Heads Revisit is a good one.
Yeah.
That's a classic. That's classic.
That's the top 10. Yeah.
Now you guys don't like the Howling Man one, right? Or you don't?
No, it's well shot. I like it. It's just
a classic, but it's an overexposed episode.
It's stupid.
The way he talks is fine. It's funny. Yeah. No,
it was John.
It's true.
It was John Carradine. You need to understand that I captured the devil.
Homework. Watch The Silence. The Obsolete Man.
I'm an obsolete man. The Silence.
The Nightmare as
he's seen most of them.
He said, "What's worse, Fugitive or Bewitching Pool?" That's easy.
Ooh.
Yeah, we were talking about this last week.
Now I must say, Judge, that the Fugitive.
Bewitching Pool is bad. Fugitive is fucked up.
He takes her to his planet to be his princess. Ooh.
Oh my!
I said Bewitching Pool is way less is way worse but less creepy.
Not as erotic. Jesus.
It really depends how into children you are.
So for Dick, I don't know.
I said, homework, watch The Silence, Obsolete Man, as a child, The Monster Jam, Maple Street. So, on Thursday, okay, so let's talk about the ending.
Oh, wait. Dick still has to answer my question.
What was it?
Phoenix?
What was it? What was the question?
Ask him what I asked you.
I don't fucking know. What do you ask me?
You
You're mad at me because I don't know the question. Why do you answer the question? Goddamn.
Oh yeah. Okay, so the world's coming to an end and all that, and you have a chance to escape it to go live on a worse. Oh yeah. So you have a choice of either to chance it and go be a colonist or whatever to be with these people, or stay on Earth and just stick it out, and you might die, but at least you live your life on Earth. Which would you do? Would you
I
leave?
I would never leave Earth. I think it's stupid.
Okay, fair enough.
Even if the no thanks.
Hold on.
I ain't going to fucking space. No way.
What if Earth is like Earth and Interstellar though? All you have to eat is
That's
corn.
what I'm trying to say.
Literally corn.
The Earth is coming to an end. Do you leave or do you just live out the rest of your life?
You're gonna die anyway. So what's the point? You're gonna die in space or die on Earth.
And
exactly.
The reason I'm asking this is I think that was Rod's main fucking theme of this is, look how happy they were when they were going back. So why'd they even leave in the first fucking place?
Well, no, because these people are the generation after the ones that left Earth.
Most of them are over 30.
Most of them don't even know what Earth is because they weren't born. They weren't there. These are
they've only been there 30 years, and most of them are over 30.
But they remember it as kids.
They don't remember
if they were under 18, it was not their choice.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying, Frank. But
I think the point.
I'm not saying them. I'm saying the writer Rod's.
I think
Rod's
message for this was,
don't be a dictator.
He had a few messages.
Don't be a guru. Like you're almost a cult leader, and this guy was a cult leader, and he didn't want to let go of his flock, and he didn't like the fact that they had independent thought, and that's why the captain is the echo. He says, "You have independent thought. You can choose."
No, that's Rod's theme on the nose. I'm saying Rod's theme that he doesn't even specifically say was that what I just said.
Well, the subtext of Rod's other theme, I think he was just exploring the idea
the
that
non-spoken theme.
I would say it's just it's a plot contrivance for the episode. It's like, how do I make a science fiction episode about a cult leader who loses his followers? But it's like, and then he has a change of heart last minute.
That's on the nose. That's what I'm saying. Like that's on the nose.
I don't think he had any other. I don't think he had any other motivation or ulterior motive.
Oh, fuck you if he didn't.
Yes, he did.
I don't know what else. Well, what is it then?
I just said it.
It's just an episode about power.
That's what I just said. I said a cult leader loses followers.
No, you said a cult leader, and I don't.
That is
agree.
power. That's the power.
No,
he's a guy that loses power. No matter what.
Not a cult leader, though.
Well, he's like a cult leader. He's like a guy.
Okay, you can say that, but it's not Rod's only motivation to be. I want to do a cult leader.
Well, I'm just
saying it was about how he. But Rod has more duality to him than just a cult leader.
It's a cult leader as an example.
Who
There's multiple layers to the example. I'm just using one.
Okay,
he's explaining what it is.
I'm not arguing. I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying.
Rod was saying it's a cult leader, but also he actually cares. And the weird thing is,
he's the
father right thing by them for 30 years,
right?
And suddenly he's not useful. So it's a feeling of it's the cult leader, but if a cult leader found the weird
God, it's the father. It's the father. The father losing the children. It's the empty nest syndrome.
Yes. But if the cult leader literally found God that they're going for in space, and then he's like, "I'll take over," and he's like, "I don't want you to take over,"
and then he realizes it was a mistake.
Wait, you're not supposed to actually be here.
Right.
What the fuck? And that's the point of the character. he suddenly gets replaced because he never thought he would be. So he didn't.
Right, and that's
really
why he has.
believe in what he's
That's
saying.
why he has that reaction, that reactionary reaction, basically. Is that you have the other guy
That
come
reactionary
reaction to the other captain, the real captain,
The
not
captain
a fake name captain. Yeah,
I am the captain now.
Which was funny is like he had like a whole list of a manifest of their weights and everything.
Yeah, and
the
he said,
captain's
"Yeah,
like,
we'll do this later."
Yeah.
We got our own skills. We're fine.
He like
Here he goes.
Skywalkered it over his shoulder. Was like, yeah, we got
That's more than I asked for, but great. Okay, well, look at this.
Aren't you funny, little man?
Oh, you're cute.
Hey there, little man.
I tap your head and
Put that shit right in my hand. And if that money doesn't show, then they owe me. That's Kevin Smith right there.
Are you gonna put a knife up to Kurt Sadler or Bill
Kurt
Sadler's neck?
Oh, I just wish him fairly well.
Very well.
Are you drinking Dr. Pepper? Ew.
With
a little bit of whiskey. Screwball. It's all gone now.
Peanut butter whiskey and Dr. Pepper. Jansen's
It's
Nick.
so gross.
No, it's so good. Everyone
It
agrees.
sounds so awful.
Hold on. I agree, Dick. But everyone,
We'll
Jensen had a
drink it.
party a couple months ago, and I gave it to. I was like serving him up. Like, here you go.
I
And they're
gotta
like,
try it. Yeah.
fuck, that works. I'm
Yeah,
like, right?
yeah, you're
It
right,
sounds
right.
gross.
Sounds gross. Yeah.
It works.
Well, I'll try it one of these days.
And that's the reason I can't pronounce names. Welcome.
Dr. Pepper peanut butter whiskey.
I will say this because I said I'm going to post this link for the first time on this Facebook page I'm a part of. So this might be the first exposure for you for the LIW The Twilight Zone review.
Oh fuck!
This is my most coherent episode.
What?
It's true.
No, you're halfway true.
No, but because in the last like 15 episodes I was drinking beer, which I cannot handle.
Really, beer's the issue, huh?
No, do you remember like the last several weeks I've been like, yeah.
I've never noticed the difference. Nope, over my head, no difference.
Well, I go to sleep, I'm like, oh, what happened? I'm like, oh no.
My mouth tastes like an old whore with
I
a
can't
cigarette.
drink beer anymore. Like whiskey,
Really?
I can drink all night.
Interesting.
You know, obviously I seem intoxicated. I don't want to seem sober.
Are they 14%ers? Is that the beer you're drinking? Is it like the 14% alcohol content, or the 12%ers? One of those, or
no, it's just like fucking Blue Moon and
yeah, Blue Moon. Wow, that's it. That's crazy.
No, but it just hits you a different way.
Wow, yeah, that's surprising.
And I was used to beer for the longest time.
Yeah, I'm
so
shocked.
For a decade, I stopped and I switched over to whiskey and rum and all that, and I drank this bottle. And
well, I haven't drank in a long time, so I don't know how my reaction would be. I'm kind of curious.
Yeah. You're like a red wine guy.
Well, even that, I haven't really. I mean, I'll have red wine here and there, but yeah, I just haven't drank a lot in a long time. I just haven't had a need for it. I just don't know.
Here's me on if I drink red wine as much as I'm drinking now. I'll be like, all right, I'm having the greatest time of my life. Whoa!
Well, because
blood. Oh no!
Yeah, the street, you fucking bum. You gave up on life, didn't you?
Oh! And I'm puking, and my head hurts.
Well, red wine will do that. Yeah, mixing is always bad. Just like when
red wine by itself.
No, well, I mean, yeah, by itself, I can see that. If you drink too much, yeah, I could see that.
I drank 2 bottles of red wine once when Periscope was live, and I did a live show. I'm like,
you got to eat something.
Guys,
I think that's the thing.
Really
Yeah.
need to go. I'll stop the Q&A now. Stop. Like immediately.
Yeah. No, it was
so bad.
The only reason
wine sense.
The only reason I could drink a lot of red wine, you have to eat something with it. Like if you have steak with red, like that, that
French
makes
bread,
you.
Italian bread.
Yeah, you have to eat food with it, and it's just that's what makes you.
So Frank, picture this:
longer.
I'm out of my 20s, so you're 21, Dick.
Yeah.
Right in film school. So I'm 19. You're 20, 21.
20. Well, I was 21, 22, yeah. 22.
So he's 22. He would invite us over for dinner. We just have pasta. It was fine. It was great food. But the man himself would drink like red wine and then eat an entire French loaf as a 22-year-old. And we're like, is he like a 65-year-old?
He was soaking up that red wine. I think that was the problem. I lied up a cigarette. And we had like 10 cigarettes afterwards. Because we could smoke. And I was living around. I was surrounded by Europeans, so we're all smoking.
Europeans and dead bodies.
Yeah.
In your apartment.
That's what we did.
But he
Fucking
was like
Isabella.
a 22-year-old eating like a 65-year-old Italian man in the mob.
Pretty
It's so
much.
funny.
Yeah.
Remco and I were like, I've never seen this before. In my life. I have no idea.
Yeah, he's the one that made pancakes for us all.
It flipped them to me.
It was very good pancakes. Oh yeah, I miss those pancakes.
We were flipping them back and forth.
What, you Prince?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It ended up being a pancakes with Heineken. Put Heineken in the mix.
This is how I explain most of my life.
They're surprisingly good. It was very well. They're good pancakes.
And here's how I explain most of my life, and I'll throw Dick for a loop because I'm going to mention a phrase. Oh, Frank for a loop. You're the one that said you didn't know what half in the bag meant, right?
Right. Yeah, I just realized what it meant.
So okay.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there, and Remco goes, "Hey," and he has a pan, and he's flipping them, and I'm like, "All right." Someone hands me a pan. I think it was Michael hands me a pan. I go, "All right, let's do this." I'm half in the bag because I always am. And he flips me one. I go, "Ah!" And flip it back. We have a picture of it. And I'm like, "Yeah." We did it several times. I'm like, I don't remember
Across the hallway.
Don't remember that.
Yeah, really. Yeah, I don't remember a lot of things either.
I wasn't even that drunk. It's just
it wasn't
like,
even from drinking. I just don't remember.
it was 19 or 20 when I was
Years ago. It was a while ago.
Literally.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
We have my 20-year anniversary in high school, so 2 more years we'll have our 20th anniversary of film school. So yeah.
No, it's fucked up.
Where's Michael?
He's in Holland. He lives in Netherlands.
Because the 3 of us should get together at some point.
He's in the Netherlands.
He's in
he married Kim.
The bicycle capital.
He married. I think he's still married to Kim, and they have a kid. I think they have 2 kids now. Maybe I don't know. I know they had a son, but that was as far as I go.
I feel bad because Adam reaches out to me every 10 years.
Yeah, I saw Adam. Last time I talked to Adam was 2014 for Cesar's
and
wedding.
He goes, "Hey, let's come out. I'm in Arizona." I go, "Yeah, let me find out." And I'm like, I have nothing to say. Like, I feel bad. Like,
he's fine. I wouldn't worry. about
he's
Adam.
great. I love the guy.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, but I'm like, what do I have to say to him?
Yeah.
And I get
his wife's long gone though.
She dead?
No, they divorced. They haven't been together in like 10, 20 years. I think they divorced shortly after film school, actually. Like, no, I take that back. Because they came up, the last time I saw them when they were married was 2008 when Dark Knight came out.
Oh, good.
That was when the last time I saw them together as a couple, because they're staying with
Dana.
Matt.
Dana was fun.
She was fun, and she had giant breasts.
She had giant breasts, yes.
She really did. And she could play a violin.
Frank has to go poo. I think you meant to keep that secret, but here I am.
Bye, Frank.
Bye, Frank.
What do you give this episode, Frank?
You give it an 8.
An 8? Okay, yeah, it works.
Are you me? Are you drunk?
No,
even I know that.
He's got poo. I just saw it. I just got
he does the poo.
Yeah.
So bye, Frank.
All right, guys. See you.
Bye, Frank.
Friday, if you can.
All right. Bye, Josh.
He didn't show up. I just said fuck Frank, by the way.
Whatever.
Oh, Josh sent me this. Hold on. Before you go. He sent me this clip. I don't know what the fuck it means, but
here we go.
Yeah, you know.
I get it.
He said it like we have to get going, and
anyway, we'll go there after the what have you.
Okay, later, guys.
But he also shared this.
Shut the fuck up, Frank! Jesus! Can't you ever shut up?
It's a good one. It's very good.
Well, I want to play all of them now that Frank's gone. Yes. So, what's the other one?
Jesus!
Anyway,
I shared that. Oh,
no.
Frank, why don't you just go away? Leave me alone.
He's the most angriest old man in the old man home.
Frank, Jesus! Can't you ever shut up?
Should I change this one to this?
I want you to fuck me, Larry.
Or fuck me, Frank? Or
did you hear me? Did you hear me over her?
No, I did not.
Oh, I said I want you to shit on my bed, Larry.
See, well, yeah, you could find that. I think that could be done.
You think I should do that?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But that's like the only thing that came out of this Johnny Depp thing is Amber Heard is forever going to be known as the woman who shit in his bed. Like forever. It's like that's it. Her legacy,
weirdo.
Her legacy is done.
Once you shit on a bed and it's public knowledge,
yeah,
that's it.
And Johnny Depp's reaction, it was human fecal material. I could only show it was feces. Like it was like
I've been expressing my hatred for Johnny Depp since the Incredible Negative Men debuted in 2014. So 8 years.
Yeah.
I don't hate him. I just am done with him as an actor.
Right.
However, their testimony and his reactions to the lawyers have made me laugh nonstop. And I'm not on his side. I don't give a shit. Fuck you. If you have a political agenda on this thing, go fuck yourself. I watch it for what it is. Just two people in a really two terrible people in a terrible relationship and their problems. And his reactions to the lawyer, which is like, for the third time, yes, it is what I signed. Like those are fucking funny. I don't care what you say.
He's put on a performance too, and they made a good point of explaining. Like, do you notice how he takes forever to say something? It's like he's thinking because he's going over in his head how to perform it. It's like he's got to. Yes, I'm just He's trying to use big words that aren't like words he doesn't really understand what they mean.
He's Michael Scott.
Pretty well. No, Michael Scott would be just going. We had sex. That's what Michael Scott would do. It'd be something stupid like that.
No, when he goes, I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious. Like that's a Michael Scott line. That's what comes out of Johnny Depp in the trial. And that is the only entertaining part. I'm not on his side. I just think of the way he's handling this. He knows he's doing better than she is in the public eye.
Oh, absolutely.
That's literally all that matters.
But he's already paid for it because this was they preemptive striked his ass by firing him from Pirates of the Caribbean, firing him. But he got paid money for the Harry Potter movie because he has pay for play deal.
Yeah, but I think this is going to be a strike one for him, or he goes, all right, I won this trial, but I lost against those two roles I had.
But he'll be back.
I won those.
He'll
now
be
I'm going
back.
to sue Disney.
Yeah. Oh,
Disney
sure.
will go,
yeah.
Fuck it. Be Captain Jack again. It's fine.
And
he'll win that role. He's playing the long game. Amber Heard has no game.
No, she's done. They want her off of Aquaman 2. They've been trying to. They made a big petition to get her off, but that was happening 2 years ago.
It was
that was happening after she sucks. Yeah, that's why. I thought she was fired and Amelia Clark was going to be in it. I really thought that was the truth.
Amelia Clark sucks even worse.
She's better than Amber Heard.
No.
Yes, she is.
Amber Clark.
I love her. You take that back.
I combine them. Amelia Clark and anything outside of Targaryen.
Amelia Heard is just not very good.
Yeah. I said Amelia Heard, then I also said the other version of it.
Yeah. That's
Amber. Amber Clark.
Nobody survived the Game of Thrones, but she did.
No.
She just keeps. She's the Jennifer Aniston of the Game of Thrones.
You know who did? The guy from Nar.
Oh yeah.
He survived.
He's good.
He's doing well now.
He's good. I would say he did
Sean
good.
Bean's fine.
Sean Bean's fine.
He got out. Season 1.
Richard Madden came out on top on that one. I don't think Kit Harington's going to do well.
Sucks though.
He's not a good actor. I mean, he was in a bunch of movies. They tried to make him a star before, and he's terrible.
Amelia
Pompeii is a bad movie.
Terrible though.
She's not very good. She can be good. I think she just hasn't found the right part.
No, question is,
no.
Do you want to fuck her more than you want to see her on screen?
Oh, absolutely.
No, but that's my point.
Yeah.
That's the only reason you're being polite right now is because you think there's an outside chance you might fuck her.
Yeah, right.
So
she's watching the show right now, right?
I don't like Dick Dickett. He's a piece of shit. So now, what do you think about her?
I was saying we all have our
terrible.
We all have our opinion.
No, I think she's a sweetheart as a person, from what I can tell.
No, I like her. I think she's funny in interviews and stuff. I think she's funny.
No, interviews are fun. Yeah, I agree.
She's fun. I think she's funny. She's
like,
like I said, she's the Jennifer Aniston of Game of Thrones because they try after Friends, they kept giving Jennifer Aniston movie roles, and none of them worked. Like she couldn't sell a movie ever. Like every movie she made was a bomb.
All along was Warwick Davis.
Oh, I agree.
All she needed a little Irish luck in her system. I will pump as much Irish luck in you as you need. As you can see in a previous episode, I have a 100% Irish luck. I can pump inside you. I have 0 genetic abnormalities in my system here. It's just
Amber Heardies.
Yeah, Amber Heardies. Amber herpes, if you will.
Oh, there you go. That's even better.
No, but
Amber herpes.
Abnormalities. I have the lamest blood in history.
You do. Well, she probably has the same blood because she's.
It was just a circle around the fucking English Isles.
Yeah, she's probably got the same thing. It's probably more. It's more inland. That's all she is. She's more inland.
The point is, I will. Come on, you're 55. Yeah. Let me take over. Come on. The Supreme Court can't control your womb. Let me.
I'll take care of your womb.
My wife will not care.
No.
Wait.
Let me be your preacher, teacher.
I want to be honest. Was I going for Amber Heard, Emilia Clarke, or Jennifer Aniston right there? I forgot.
I don't know. All three of them are pretty good. On the
I
physical
think I was
scale.
going for Emilia Clarke.
Emilia Clarke is but she's short. Emilia Clarke is the shortest one out of the group.
I don't care.
Amber Heard might be the tallest.
How tall do you think I am? You know my height.
I know, but still.
I'm not a tall guy. I'm average.
I'm 6 foot. That's average.
I'm 5'10".
That's considered average at 6
No,
foot.
5'10" is average.
It's 5'10" average?
5'9" is considered average.
Well, isn't Mel Gibson 5'5" or 5'6"?
No, he's taller.
Is he? Okay. Tom Cruise is 5'5", right?
5'5".
Yeah, he's 5'5". Yeah,
I
he's
met
short.
Mel Gibson in real life on the Fox lot.
Yes.
I was like, you're so tiny.
Yeah, because you see, he was tiny.
Man.
Yeah.
William Wallace is like 6'2".
Yeah, the real William Wallace.
Yeah. Like you're on a horse for a reason. I get it.
He's 7 feet tall. It blows fireballs on his ass.
His arse.
His arse, just like me. My nipples. From South Park. Oh, my nipples. Say what you will about Mel Gibson. Son of a bitch knows how to tell the story.
Okay, so genuinely, on Thursday, really for home.
Yes.
You have not seen most of season 4.
No, I have not.
But just know this.
This is the best one.
Favorite episode of season 4.
Right. Yeah. That's why I kind of get hesitant even trying to watch season 4 on my own. Because I'm just like, an hour. That could be tough. I need to do it just because I have to watch them. But
here's what we have to look forward to.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, white is what we've done already. Yellow is what we've yet to do. Here's season 4.
Oh, wow.
Here's on Thursday, really for home.
Yeah. That's a lot of them.
So 17. This one is on the chopping block.
Thank Christ this is short season. It's like
compared
to the others.
Yeah, this is how organized I am. Every white episode is what we've done a redux of. Yellow is not. Green is what we're doing shortly.
Look at that.
I don't see any green yet, but here we get
look at
2.
Shit.
Nothing there. Season 3. So
Wow.
We're gonna do the shelter here next week. And that's it for season 3.
Look at that. All that work.
Yeah. Well, it takes a few seconds once you get it established.
Yeah.
Once I got like the IMDb pages loaded, because watch, you click on this, it goes bloop.
You just click on the episode and it takes the IMDb
Yeah, it
page.
takes the IMDb.
Okay.
No, it's definitely worth the work.
Yeah.
That's how I'm able to do shit in such a short amount of time.
It's not like you can't just type in the episode and get all the information.
But it takes so long. Like, it takes an extra 15, 20 seconds, which on a podcast is an eternity, honestly.
Sure.
So for $250, the Stream Deck is definitely worth it. When I bought that before I moved into a real house.
Wow. Yeah.
I had a family.
Before I had a family that sucked the life out of me and my cash.
Before I lost my joy de vivre, if you will. Okay, so on Thursday, really for home. Who do you side with ultimately in this episode?
Absolutely not Captain Benteen. He has to let him go, and he just, and especially at the last when he has that change of heart at the end where he realizes how fucked up and stupid he was, and it's too late, and they try to tell him, and I realized that, like I said before, I thought it was going to end a different way, but this is just much darker how it ends. It's just like he just looks at, "No, take me with you. I'm sorry."
So how do you think it was going to end?
Well, I told you. I said before, like I thought there was going to be like a because they put so much attention on the weight and the capacity of how much they could take on the ship to get out of orbit. They have to give it very precise. I thought it was going to be they were going to overestimate or underestimate their weight, and it was going to come down to we need to leave someone behind and to take off. And Captain Benteen was going to be the one that says, like, okay, these are my people. I have to let them go. I can't go to the promised land. It's like Moses, can't go to the promised land, so he has to stay behind and watch his people be free.
Well, Moses has lost for 40 years. This guy's only lost for 30 years.
Well, yeah, I was saying it's kind of the same thing due to his it's just hubris in a sense, because he felt he was the leader and he wanted to keep. It's just like the stand, the original stand, when Mama has her
Mother
Abigail has her crisis of faith because she got too prideful and she realized, oh my God, I'm being selfish. I need to take a break from this and walk away from it. He just has that moment, but it's just too late.
Yes, and I don't disagree. That would be an interesting episode. That would be fine. That'd be fun.
But I like this ending. Yeah,
the ending they have works better because
sure, yeah,
he stays behind on his own volition.
Right.
They have plenty of room.
Oh yeah.
But he goes, I can't be controlled. I can't keep you together in a colony after we land on Earth.
Right. And he's just being stubborn. He's just being stubborn.
He's stubborn. So much you could tell he's really exactly what you said. Stubborn, because when they the captain of the ship comes back and he's like, him and the other guy who hated him throughout the whole episode is like,
right,
Benteen, come on, we're leaving right now. We can't 5 more minutes. We got to get out of here. We're gonna miss our
orbit. Captain Benteen.
And they're like, please listen to reason.
They gave him his chance. I almost thought
out of stubbornness. He's like, he sits behind. He's like,
or he overslept and he didn't mean to. This is the first time. This is the first time he's had the cave to himself, and he's just like scratching his balls.
Fucking quiet in here.
He's spread eagled. He don't give a fuck. The air is blowing perfectly. The first time he's had cool air come through there in like 20 years. So he's like, fuck, this is great. And he oversleeps. And then he's just like, they come in and they yell for him. He's just like, what was that? Oh shit.
Fuck.
Oh, the ship. I set my alarm. Wait. I overslept. Jojo, I overslept.
I was going to fuck you. Oh,
Jojo, I love you. Jojo, you odd-looking monkey kid. You mongrel-looking son of a bitch. Tell me about Earth, Captain. He never walked, did he? Did you know about that? Jojo never... They carried Jojo wherever he went. He didn't walk.
Yeah, I think Buzz was like, my son doesn't walk anymore. You have to carry him.
You have to carry his ass.
Crippling thing he had at birth. Laziness.
Laziness.
You know how that works.
He doesn't like eating hot soup every day of his life.
How's the water?
Wet.
It's wet.
So you got wet.
I want to play my filthy version again.
Let me fill you up. All the women, get in line. I'll fill you up. This is Captain Pelton. I'm going to touch you all on your pelvis. Benteen time.
Time for you to bend over, teen.
bend over, teen. Oh, wow.
No, but, Brooks is great.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's one of the best actors around, man. I mean, that guy.
Hold this fucking thing right here.
No. What is that?
Because it is fucking hot in here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the air conditioner.
Oh, my God. My fan is the only saving grace here.
One of them Dyson's fans.
It's my best friend right now.
Is the heater still on for the baby?
I put the fucking AC on. I don't know what happened after that. Maybe pizza arrived, so like, turn it off. I don't know, but let's just show this episode. Okay, so here's what this episode beat on the way here. Night Call, which I agree with. Nothing in the Dark, which is the Robert Redford one you mentioned, or one of you guys did. Mr. Beavis, which fucking sucks.
I know one likes Mr. Beavis.
But here's our next episode, The Shelter, which is number 4 on our list. That one beat... Oh, no, it beat The Mask eventually. But The Shelter beat, and when the sky was open, The Whole Truth... No, The Served Man. This beat The Served Man, our next episode.
Okay.
And it beat 5 Characters in Search of an Exit.
Wow. Okay.
I've got some heavy hitters in the way here for number 4.
Yeah.
So next week on the show, we are doing The Shelter, our TZ Twitter poll number 6, 4th place, because we did 4 polls. So. And then we're doing Night Gallery 204C, Marmalade Wine, which is only 11 minutes long, thank God.
Yes.
And then we're doing, for the first time in a long time, TZ 2002, 104 Dream Lover.
Oh, no.
I get to break out those DVDs for the first time.
Fantastic.
I've always watched them on the computer here, but I get to watch the DVDs now. Can't wait.
Oh, it's probably going to be scratched.
Probably, but that's what eBay gets you.
Dream Lover.
Dream Lover. Eddie Vedder.
Dream
Oh,
Lover.
where my lady is? Oh, the way.
1, 2, 3, 4. Dream Lover, come on.
Save Kosovo. All right, sir. They did that
I'll
No
get my
Boundary
jacket.
CD in 98. That was Save Kosovo.
Right.
And that was Eddie Vedder's contribution, was whatever
Good
that
job.
song's called.
That was one of my teachers was from Kosovo. She was my algebra teacher.
Fuck her.
She was terrible. She had a really
Fuck her
bad
in her country.
She had a really bad. Oh, maybe it wasn't Kosovo. I'm sorry. It was the other one, the one that got fucked up. She left.
Beirut?
No. It was Russia, Eastern European country.
Bosnia?
Maybe it was Bosnia.
Yeah.
Can't remember. She was actually not a bad teacher. I got a B with her, so I was happy about that. I got B, C, D, and it was enough. Enough to graduate. Enough to be done with algebra.
All right,
Forever.
here we go. Here's your No Boundaries CD. So I bought this thing. It's Pearl Jam, Rage Against the Machine, Lance Morissette, Ghost of Tom Joad, Rage Against the Machine, Neil Young, It's a War, Man, Freak on a Leash by Korn, a different remix.
Is that the same Neil Young that said, "Don't touch my potatoes," F word?
Sure.
I think it is.
So let's get out of here. I love this episode. Doesn't seem like you guys do as much, but
it's a very good episode. Very, very nice. Very good episode.
It's sadly the best of season 4.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt that.
Let's get out of here. Until next time. In the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
Dig it, leave it right now.
So long, Jamie Lee Roth and citizens.
Tom Morello, play us out.
You said Tom Riddle. That's Harry Potter.
No, Tom Morello.
Tom Joad.
You guys got that bing ding 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 ding. It's on.